Hey friends, it's time to begin the best damn meeting online with Polly, Drunken, and Snoot. It'd be great if they were on time. Hey dude, should we have some news? Couple Squad by Jacqueline. Come and join the Goose Fleet overlords and watch the AAA meeting.
Oh, yes! Hello, and welcome to the AAA meeting, where one of the A's means ampersand, and it's Monday, my dudes! Which means today your host is your least favourite drunken uncle. It's me, Drunken Uncle, and I'm joined, as always, by my colonial co-host and collaborators. Peter the Dub is Polydub. And Sinatra Says.
Hello.
Who likes to sit in the Discord on, not just muted, but muting the entire Discord, so I can't say to him, hey, the show's starting now, man. It's starting. Polly,
Well, I figured it starts on start time. You know, when it should start.
That was the aim, but Polly, on Wednesday you were saying that you had, you're on the watch page, waiting for the streaming software to connect up, and I had exactly the same thing. It's got an excellent connection, but the go live button just wasn't highlighted. It just wasn't let me doing it.
I couldn't get the excellent connection thing to start, and then when it did, just sitting there waiting for the window to light up and for your go live button to go on.
You know what I've noticed? That if you stay on the screen, it goes quicker than if you click off and then click back on.
You mean if you just wait it out?
Yeah, if you just sit on that screen. If you change screen, it just doesn't do it.
That's been the internet forever for me, though. Waiting for a page to load, like any, HTML page, right? Waiting. And the minute you hit reload or refresh or go back, that's when it loads. The fucking second you hit the button, it
knows, doesn't it? It goes, I've loaded. Oh, you don't want it? Okay, then. No, you fucker. I found I refreshed it a couple of times and it eventually worked. But I was sat there waiting for... I started it at 31 past, so 6-7 minutes. That was that was quite frustrating because I had the excellent connection sign as well, so it's like everything was connected up. It was just YouTube being YouTube, wasn't it? Anyway, Polydub, how was your weekend, bud?
Oh, it was full of fun and frivolities and interest and edification.
And frivolity. Wow.
Yeah.
Consider that boat pushed out, sir.
Yeah. What fun is there without frivolity?
True.
And what frivolity is there without fun? It's a symbiotic relationship, and we've never been happier. Why so jovial then?
I don't know. Act as if. I guess.
What? What does that mean? Act as if. You quoted.
Pretend that something is a way until it actually is that way. Just sort of force reality.
Act as is.
No, act as if. You never heard that before?
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Act as is. Yeah, fine. But as if, like, you just sound like a pubescent teenage girl. Oh, as if.
No,
I don't think he understands.
No, you've heard fake it till you make it. You're right. You get that. The
concept. No, I understand what it all means.
Okay, all right.
Act as though it is. So act as is, but I've not heard act as if.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well, maths. Let's do some maths. Like, well, you're only doing one calculation. I don't know. The British are weird. Moving on.
That's true.
Okay, when has maths ever involved just one calculation? Never. Right? And also, it is the plural because, you're generally adding things, aren't you? Thus making
the first time I ever came across anyone saying that was Irate Alex when he was known as Irate Bear at the time. And he said that, and he shouted me down, man, as he is wont to do.
Yeah.
And that doesn't sound like him at all.
Yeah. I should go back like 3 years and put together a compilation of Alex going, Polly, he just, I don't know, some kind of thrill he got out of just telling me off. I don't know.
Well,
all right.
It is mathematics.
Mathematics.
That's his full name, isn't it?
No, it is. I'm just saying it out loud. So what you've done is you've taken out the matic and condensed, left the S on the end and maths. Yeah. For some reason, anyone say mass was him, and he was just I was like, really? Is that how you say it? And he's like, of course that's how you say it, Polly. Oh,
yeah, because it's a very strange thing to hear someone just say one math. It is from the British point of view, which everyone can understand today because it is Monday and everywhere is Britain, and therefore everyone is British. It is jarring.
It doesn't hand over. I think it's just like a convention, which is not a bad thing. A convention is what it is, and that's how it is, and that's fine. But
as if
you don't say, Polly, what book were you reading? Oh, I was just studying the histories. Like,
No, but history is its full name. Like, you're already on first name terms with history. It's just history. No one shorts it to got Tory next.
Well, when you're studying history, do you ever really just study one factum from history, or do you study the histories, because a sequence of events that occur?
I do like the histories. That is good. I wish more people would start saying that. Pluralize the word history. #pluralize history.
Make history plural again.
Better, yeah. I mean, there is the humanities. Oh,
that's true.
the
that
humanities.
Is multiple. I thought you meant the humanities as in academic departments.
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Because the guy actually said on the recording the humanity, but all right, we're talking about the Hindenburg. What are we talking about? I don't understand.
I mean, that's histories, isn't it? It's the histories of the Hindenburgs. And all the deaths that followed. Yeah, that's right. Humanities, because you had to take the humanities in school, but you're allowed to pick your subjects once we hit year 10. Well, you're allowed to pick 2 subjects. So, of course, I went music and drama.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Although I did, first off, opt for histories.
Well, wait a minute, hold on. You picked music. I'm curious. Any instruments in there? Like, did you pick up an instrument, or was this saying, like, musicology, like studying the written sheet music?
I played the piano.
Piano. Okay, cool. Nice instrument. Universal. Okay.
Yeah, and, back in those days, if you knew how to play the piano, you'd never have to buy your own beer in a pub.
Yeah, a little difficult to carry a baby grand in your backpack, but yeah.
No, because this is when pubs had pianos then.
Yeah.
And now I know of one pub that has a piano and it's got a sign on it saying "Do not touch." So what's the fucking point in having it there?
See, because I'm seriously considering picking up an instrument, so I'm curious what other people would like to play. And I was talking to Weibo last night on Cocktail Hour, the little stream that we do, and she already plays the violin, so it's not what would you pick up. It would be like I would get back to my violin.
Yeah.
So not sure, what would you play? Like a concertina?
Once upon a time.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Once upon a time, I kind of knew how to play the guitar, but that's long gone, much as my knowledge with it.
It's not exactly like riding a bike, is it? I think if I sat down on a piano now, I could probably play the beginning of Moonlight Sonata, and that's about it. But the guitar...
my kid's super into it, so I was like, yeah, I used to do this. And I picked it up, and I just remembered the opening to Wish You Were Here, and I was like, you know what? I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I think you'd be better off than, let's say that we both picked up a guitar and started playing now and practicing our chords and whatnot. You'd be in a better position than I would from nothing.
Yeah.
Well, once you remember the chords, well, you only need 3 of them, and you can play most AC/DC songs. If not all.
Yeah, the power chords.
Yeah. There's on Sundays at my pub, there's 3 old men sit in the corner and just jam on guitars, which is awesome.
You were talking about a song for a second. They always play 3 old men sitting in a corner.
That's got to be a Billy Joel song, doesn't it?
It really does.
And I'm mates with two of them, really good mix with one of them, and a couple of times at the end of the night, if I can grab a bottle of Jack Daniels, head back to his flat, and just have like a little jamming session just between the two of us. He's got these like huge books full of tab that he's printed out over the years. It's really, really simple. If you know like 3 chords, you can play most songs that exist. Guitar isn't the hardest instrument, but it's certainly not easy to play.
I think it has the greatest allure of all instruments in the modern era, because it's like you want to be a guitar hero, either like as a rock star or as the douchebags that I see on campus sitting under a tree strumming the same 2 chords as some bitch humming away at some stupid I'm tortured and emotional song.
With like a flower in her hair.
That's right. I exist in a fictionalized version of the 1960s Berkeley campus.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Serpent 4 hours ago donated $3 saying, I learned from Guru Larry that Mattel had its own version of the Nintendo in England back in the day, and it ran on its own cartridges. Is this a toy you hated more than Teddy? Hashtag save Teddy. I did not know of that, Serpent. That is very interesting. It's not like England to have our own version of things, is it? Just out of spite. Darth Mando threw $2 saying, won't make it tonight. That's weird, that was 11 minutes ago. In hospital with chest pains. Oh shit. Have a good one. Also, Mum's net. And does the UK have bread pudding? Of course the UK has bread pudding. I think we literally did invent bread pudding. And it's
You
fucking
keep saying
disgusting.
that you invented all this shit, and then it's a simple Google to turn out that is not the case.
Google who invented bread pudding. Go through the histories of pudding.
Who invented bread pudding? Bread pudding is a frugal dish, trendy dessert, bread pudding created by nations. Inspired by pastry chef Jean Vasquez. That does not sound like a British name.
No, it's actually Jean. He just pronounced it weird. Jean Vasquez. I think bread pudding, definitely an English thing, because it's just so fucking... Like, who has bread for dessert? The fucking English. That's who, mate. Like, I don't think we even need to discuss that one. I think that one's obvious. Darth Mando,
bread pudding was first made in Eastern Europe in the early 11th and 12th century, but made popular in England in the 13th.
Oh, there you go. All right, so all right. Of course we have bread pudding. We popularized bread pudding. Is that better?
You just didn't invent it.
No, I'm happy about that as well, because it is just fucking horrible. I think me grandfather, he'd make a bread pudding for pudding. And I never had any. Millard, go on, have some. I don't want to eat fucking bread for dessert. It's just not right. Have a fucking sandwich, mate. Do you know what I mean? Still better than the Australians with their fucking fairy bread. That's just weird shit. Darth Mando.
Yeah, it's just bread with sprinkles, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it literally is. But they fucking fawn over this shit, man. I have no idea why. But it's like, bread. Ooh, a lot of carbs right there as well. You having it for pudding? No, you're all right. Or just a snack. Oh, let's have bread as a snack. Fuck it. Have a sandwich, you weirdo. Darth Mando, hope you're all right, mate. Let us know. See you on Wednesday. Alan threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish. Said, hello, guys. Hello, Alan. You tell him Steve Dave, $1.99, saying, I'ma be as calm as possible, people. Regardless of Welshness, Otterism, or Sinnish, these guys offer a free show. Do a free thing back and smash the like button, or you're some cheap fuckers. Well done, Steve Dave, chastising the chat for the first time tonight. Kiva Dan threw a $5 super chat saying, update, my grandmother is now in a nursing home and I saw her yesterday. She's coherent again, but we're not sure if she's going to go home or not. Well, Kiva Dan, all the best to Grandma, Kiva Dan. They truly were the greatest generation. Thank you for the $5. Lamented Guide for $5 saying, I live! So, tell old Guide what's on the menu today, because I am famished. Famished, I tells ya. Well, Lamented Guide, we've got a veritable smorgasbord of news tonight. Oh, God damn it.
You notice when you just started describing what you were going to be doing this evening? The haunted duck appeared.
Dude, I referenced
Let's take that as a portent and an omen.
I reference the haunted duck so much in my day-to-day life. Like the other day, I went out and I forgot my phone, and I realised it. You know, you check your pockets as you're about to leave, keys, wallet, phone. I'd already left my flat, but I was still in the building. I was just by the main front door, and I realised, oh shit, my phone's still upstairs. As I'm going up the stairs, I'm saying to myself, "You bloody fool!" And I made a mental note. I must tell Polly about this.
Yeah, I'm glad you did, actually. And for sure, but thank you for the 950 and bringing the haunted duck consistently into Drunkel's life. Hey, guys, I think I'm not addicted to the game cult of the lamb. It's really fun, and I put almost 5 hours in 2 days, so worth the price.
The game cult?
No, the game cult of the lamb.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ, Polly. What's a game cult?
Well, okay, well, you know what? I would have read it differently.
Get on
it. Hey, fuck that shit. Okay, there are game cults. Okay, I have fucking seen them. I have, you know, the what the hell, the MMO in not Rambo's World, the other muscly guy. Conan.
There's only two.
Conan. In Conan Exiles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I know some people that are in a game cult. You could argue that.
Yeah, Fortnite players, I suppose.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fortnite or Call of Duty players? Fucking hell. See, now, I would have read it differently if it had read, I think I got addicted to the game, capital, cult of the capital lamb. I would have read it as such. You know, you got to use punctuation, capitalization, italicization, you know.
But now we've learned about game cults. So, yeah.
So, no, M4 Sherman facilitated.
There you go, and that is what he is good for. A veritable smorgasbord. We got some dog poo, we got game cult, and we got some news about artistry. On this episode 244 of the AAA meeting. Oh great, finally. And the librarian threw $1 saying fervolity. Fervolity? Adjective filled with fervour. Wanting great vengeance through furious anger. Polly was on time, but the hoops he had to jump through to get here made him fervolity challenged.
I think that's an actual word.
No, well, I said frivolity. Hang on, did Polly say frivolity? Or fervolity?
As in frivolous, frivolity.
As in frivolous, yeah. No, I thought so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, all right.
All right. Maybe you heard it wrong. Maybe you did hear it wrong. I mean,
I drop R's at the beginning of words all the time, so I very well might have not. I get mocked a lot for saying frustration. And they're like, it's not frustration, it's frustration. And I'm like, you detected that, Craig?
Glottal,
you bastard.
You fucker. Greg and Harry. You can't glottal stop an R. That's illegal.
Dropping R's?
Yeah. Dropping a T, by all means.
Hey, listen, dropping an R at the end of an N-bomb is the way to culturally signal as opposed to racially insult. So dropping R's is critical at points.
I don't think it's dropping an R. I think that word in particular has become its own word. What does dictionary say? You know, that's when it's official, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's how we know that definition isn't a definition of definition anymore.
No, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I had to look up a racial slur the other day because old Donny T, former President Trump, gave someone a middle name which was Peekaboo. And Reddit was going mad over it, going, oh my god, his fucking phone auto-corrected the racist slur to say peekaboo. And I'm sat there going, what fucking word was it then?
Yeah.
And it was one I'd never heard of. Like, the Americans, very creative when it comes to insulting the other race.
What was it?
I mean, I can't say it.
DM it to me.
Okay, right, yeah. This is
like, I'm legitimately curious. It's not a bit. I'm trying to think peekaboo.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I had to look that up.
Oh, that's what he thought Donald Trump was tweeting or DMing? Really?
Yeah, when he said peekaboo.
Oh, fuck off. You have to throw your back out reaching like that. Yeah.
Right? Stretch first, mate. You know, fuck.
Go to hell. That is so on the racist dog whistle thing. It's like, I know what he actually meant. It's like, oh, go to hell.
Man,
M4 Sherman, thank you for the $4. And the Paratrooper Kitty, when you're half delirious because getting a few hours sleep for 2 weeks straight. After getting a few hours sleep for 2 weeks straight. Now that I can identify with. You tend to fuck up grammar, blame my work, and anxiety from work. Yeah, I blame work, but mostly people. But work can do it too. But mostly people. The AAA Librarian, thank you for the $1. I've been watching Drunkel's episodes for a while, but I've got 40 more meetings to plus through.
Yeah, you got
before
plus through it. Yeah.
The dictionary of drunky mayor is done. So yeah, maybe I heard that one wrong.
Maybe. Oh, hey, stranger things have happened on this show.
No, wait, that's not drunky. That's drunkle. Hold on, I gotta make that screen bigger. Fuck.
Just get a bigger screen.
Yeah.
Get a projector.
Get a bigger dick. Leave me alone. Fuck.
Mate, look, hey, I can make my dick 8 inches long by folding it in half. All right.
I'll get there. It's fine. Notice nobody asked me what instrument I want to play. No one cares?
Look, hey, it's not like we've had any fucking dead air or anything since that bit. All right, I'm getting to it, motherfucker. Peekaboo.
All right. you peekaboo lover?
Dropping your R's and expecting me to just leave it. So, Polly, what instrument would you pick up?
Instrument. Just drop the whole thing.
It's what's for dinner.
I'd like you to pick up the trumpet. Actually, I would really like to play the blues trumpet.
Trumpet. Yeah, so they've got 3 buttons in it, or keys.
Yeah, no, I thought this through. It has 3 advantages that I can think of. One, it's quite a small, portable, and relatively inexpensive instrument.
Yeah.
2, I can torture the living shit out of my neighbors while I'm learning to get a consistent tone.
Yeah.
You don't want to do the saxophone?
No, I don't.
Too many buttons.
Too many buttons, and as I remember from people that were in like band class and whatnot, excuse, bless you.
You don't bless a cough, Polly.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that sounded. It was a hurt-you. I wasn't sure if it was a.
I'm just dying to ignore me and answer the question.
You were just expelling air. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can torture my neighbors, and then 3, it fits in with my lifestyle. It really does. Because with the blues trumpet, with you got the muted bit in the front, where sometimes they'll use like a plunger end, or they'll have the professional.
Yeah.
I can express the depression and sadness that is the daily existence I go through music.
I don't think the trumpet's a very sad instrument, though, Polly. I mean, that is when you want the saxophone.
No, the saxophone is when you're attempting sultry sexiness, but don't actually have it, so you're attempting the instrument to convey it for you. Now, just look up blues trumpet, type it in, and you'll see it. Every blues band has got to have a trumpeter.
Oh, well, yeah, I used to go to my third year of university, go to a jazz club every Tuesday evening. And it was a different band every time. And it was fucking brilliant. And if it was someone's birthday, then they'd always play Happy Birthday. And there was one guy, right? It's very rare they actually had a vocalist, but they had this fucking huge white guy with like long, greasy hair. And they just went, we've just heard that it's fucking Shaniqua's birthday, so and a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and his shoulders as he was singing Happy Birthday went right up to his ears. Happy birthday, dear Shaniqua! Right? It was a pleasure to watch. I've never seen someone put so much soul into singing Happy Birthday.
So, in England, trumpet. They call it the trumpets. Yeah. The other advantage of the trumpet, as I was thinking of, is that, when a lot of the big, bold, epic thematic songs that you hear in movie scores are also like horror trumpets, right? Trumpets and French horns. Then, I want to be able to play Captain America's theme by Alan Silvestri from, all the Marvel movies, but Captain America, the First Avenger originally. That'd be great. Yeah, there's a lot of patriotic songs and whatnot that I'd like to learn how to play. Yeah, but mostly the blues. Yeah, it'd be great fun.
Do you think in France they just call it the horn?
Yeah, that does.
Okay.
In slang terms, you hear that a lot here too. Le horn. No, you hear that here too as a slang term. You know, bring your horn. Get on the horn. Yeah. But that usually means call somebody, not.
Yeah, I mean, get on the phone. Yeah, get on the blower.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me.
So, Sinatra, how was your weekend, dude?
Oh, not too bad. We went out Friday for my brother's birthday, and, that's about it.
All right, okay.
Or Saturday, whatever day.
Okay. Notice how no one asked how my weekend was. Polly.
Uncle.
Yeah.
A thought occurs.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. I can understand that.
Yeah, it was. No, I've just been working. Alas, on the fucking weekend as well. I got one more day of it. It's doing a deep clean in the corridors of a warehouse. So I've been weekends and evenings up until tomorrow. It's sinfully dull. Also very hard work. I've managed to pull the muscles in my legs just from mopping and buffing. You know the big old machines that have got like the spinny fucking round thing on the bottom.
Oh yeah. I know this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been my weekend and most of today. It's fun to begin with. You're like, oh, I get to use one of these machines, and then you're like, oh, fuck this fucking machine. Having dreams of buffering floors. It's just so fucking dull. But hey ho, that's what it is. Big Dro says his drunk uncle feeling better. I am certainly on the mend, sir. I have one swollen gland in my neck, which is giving me a bit of jip. But I should have that. Yeah, it's better than all the swollen glands in my neck.
It's a small goiter.
Goiter is a terrible word. It's not funny, Polly. It's not funny. Stop laughing.
I picture an actual duck, because that is a duck every time, and it makes me laugh. Where everybody in that lab probably stood back in horror when this was happening, you know?
Right. The power of Duck Christ compels you.
It's just for Sherman. Thank you for the 950. Just a question from one person struggling to sleep to another. Is it weird that a Get This Strange Dream starring... Hold on. Is it weird that a Get This Strange Dream staring into a valley and seeing a nuke go off? I think I might just be going crazy. Not necessarily. Sarah Connor had that dream again and again. Now, it wasn't into a valley, it was into a playground.
Yeah.
Full of children
listen to
and her younger self.
She's screaming at him to run away, like that would have fucking helped. You know?
Right. Do you explode into ashes? So is it really a dream about your own death? That would be the question. Or is it just like watching a nuke go off, which would be, symbolic of the state of the current era world?
Yeah. I've had dreams of nukes going off.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, I say dreams. Closer to nightmares, really. There was one where there was a tornado as I was trying to get home as well. And there was one. It was only last week, I think, where a nuke did go off, and I was pinned against the wall, and I was just waiting to get burned alive. But it never happened. Like the tornado didn't kill me. The nuke didn't kill me. One day.
I can't. To my recollection, I've never had a dream of a nuke going off at all. Knock on wood, by the grace of God, that won't be happening anytime soon. But I can tell you this much.
I think they're trying.
There's people hoping. They're outright saying it.
Yeah.
I can tell you this much. When you are an insomniac and the sleep center and the sleep doctor, the sleepologist that I went to.
Oh my God, it's finally happening. I'm getting a phone call. Polly, you tell the story. Yes!
All right, I will. So when you are just sleep deprived and you manage to catch 4 hours of sleep, you can look forward. Okay, I thought he was going to have the phone call not mute there for a second.
I muted him.
No. Oh, okay, good. you're sleep deprived and you do get like 3-4 hours sleep, expect extremely vivid dreams. It's common as hell. You will almost immediately go into REM sleep because you're sleep deprived, and then awaken minutes after coming out of REM sleep, and thus you will recall all of your strange dreams. And since they are so pent up, yeah, they're going to be weird, they're going to be vivid, they're going to be intense.
I have weird dreams all the fucking time, dude. I think I told you about the one with the lanterns, didn't I?
Yeah.
I have the weirdest fucking dreams always.
This thing, Drunken just said, like, dream, well, rather nightmare, isn't it? I don't have nightmares per se. I just have disturbingly, bizarrely vivid dreams that are as disturbing, as off-putting, as offsetting, as a nightmare of, I don't know, a goblin chasing you. Or
he's talking, right? But Sinatra's muted me on the server, and I can unmute myself on the server. Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. So no one gets to listen to you now, Sinatra, until you unmute me, you piece of shit! They're still just nattering away. Fuck's sake.
Strange. There's nothing actually bad going on, but it's nightmarish.
I'm gonna sit here and be muted on my own shit.
Remember the G.I. Joe dream? The G.I. Joe cartoon dream I told you
about? I do not.
Okay, so you remember the end of G.I. Joe, the classic 80s cartoon, right?
I'm aware of what G.I. Joe is.
Bullshit.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's also a toy and many other iterations of the animated series, but you get the point.
Yeah.
He says,
the end of those cartoons,
I'm not unmuted.
Episodes
I'm
would end with,
I'm server
hey,
muted.
don't
Sinatra
put those oily rags in a pile. They could combust and cause a fire. Well, I didn't know that.
Wept.
Well, knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, you know.
Yeah.
Right. It was a dream basically based around that idea, and this was during the height of COVID, and you're just being awash.
Do I phone him?
Wear your face mask, sanitize your hands, etc. Everywhere you would go that you could actually go, you had to sanitize your hands walking in. It was, bio threat everywhere. So this dream I had was, it was a musical. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That a bunch of G.I. Joe characters were there, as well as a bunch of characters from He-Man, like Man-at-Arms and Tila and Prince Adam and whatnot, were all there, all in animated form.
Thank you.
Everything was extremely bright, and they were singing Sinatra. It was strange. And
that is weird.
I remember the lyrics. I was making up lyrics to a musical in real time in the dream space, and I can even recall them now. They're doing the can-can dance in a line. Okay? And they're talking about that you don't need to buy hand sanitizer. Remember when you could make your own, right? And they're talking about the amount of alcohol that you need to add into it in the song lyrics, like how to make your own hand sanitizer. It's like, and it was this is the lyric, and like the vibe of the song is like, the thing to remember, the one that has more is the one that's better. Like the more alcohol. They were doing the can. It was incredibly nightmarish. When I woke, I told people about this, and they just laughed, and they said, you need to go back and dream this out and write this whole song down. That's amazing. I'm like, it wasn't amazing.
You weren't there, man.
You weren't there. You didn't see it. It was horrible.
The can, it's the don't. Zed through True Fiddy saying, Sin, fucking unmute Drunkle so he'll quit bitching, Lamau.
Well, he didn't mute his phone call.
I said no. I muted myself when I realised, but you'd already server muted me. Don't.
No, you didn't.
You'd already server muted me.
So you didn't mute it.
I tried, but I was already server muted.
I'd rather take the chance of muting you than
I can unserver mute myself.
That's right. You don't have control of this.
That's not funny, Joshua Montgomery. That's mocking the
trauma
that I just told you about.
Yeah, why would you do that, man? That's like fucking posting a picture of legs to someone in a wheelchair, Josh. What's wrong with you, man?
For Sherman, thank you for the $4. And the Paratrooper Kitty, more of the flames of the nuke rushing towards me, and when it almost hits me, I wake up, somewhat yelling a bit. It feels so real when it happens because it looks like a Tsar nuke, but only one was Ma. It got cut off.
It was Ma. Yeah, I guess the nuke went off. Fucking
yeah. Jesus. That's the last we heard from M4 Sherman. Oh, but only one was made. it was crazy because the testing only happened in Russia. So why were you in Russia?
Yeah, a man can dream. Yeah, nightmares where you're in mortal peril. They're fun. And well, then you don't die, and you go, oh shit, I'm in a dream, and then they are fun.
To be honest, 80-90% of my dreams are just like classic anxiety dreams. Having done the psychology thing, it's like all fear dreams just kind of comprise the same theme. It doesn't really matter the particular content. It's just like that's you're fearing something. All of my dreams are anxiety dreams, like all of them. It's driving. I'm driving down a road. This is a common repeating one where the road is too narrow for the tires, and I'm driving along it and trying to hold the wheel straight, and the car is threatening to slip off either side at any moment. Running around an exceptionally large building looking for something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In the dream space, I don't know what it is I'm looking for. I just know that I desperately need to find it. It's extremely important that I find it. And every room is empty, or half the doors are locked, et cetera, looking for something you can't find. Yeah, they're all just things.
And a lot of needing to get somewhere within a certain amount of time. Like, running through a train station where you have to get on a certain train. But of course, you turn a corner and now you're in a different place completely. Packing a bag is quite a common one for me as well. Right, I got to pack my bag and I got to get going. And, you can't fit all of your shit in the bag. You don't know what you got to fucking take with you and everything as well. I'm with you on the anxiety dream. I get you. They suck. Very boring. Give us more nukes. Zombies was a recurring dream I had for fucking years.
Still have.
Yeah.
I often do.
Absolute mess in my own head when it comes to that, because you don't give yourself a fucking sword or anything. I would normally get a pen as a weapon, as I'm going, I'm stabbing zombies in the eyes as I'm trying to get away from them. I always end up underwater and then holding my breath, and then I go, oh shit, actually, no, I'm not drowning. I must be in a dream. Brilliant. But one of my favourites is firing a gun. Because I've never fired a gun before.
What's it like?
Well,
I'm curious. What are you dreaming to be like?
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's movies probably.
Oh no, it's
right,
that's probably where the gun comes from, certainly. But actually firing
there's no recoil. I have great aim. I never need to reload. It's just like the movies.
Dude, there's no sound, right? I actually go... I actually make the gun sound myself.
That's awesome. That is. And if I don't make the sound, the gun doesn't shoot.
It doesn't go off.
Yeah.
But there's no actual... I'm not pulling the trigger. I'm just squeezing the gun really tightly as well.
You tell Steve Dave, thank you for the $1. Since the mind is the topic here, what do you think about those sensory deprivation tanks? I'm going into one tomorrow for a full hour, so I'm curious. I've never been in one. Read a whole... bubble. I've never been in one. I've read lots of studies about people being in them, just from psychology studies and whatnot. But the don't bring crack with you and record it.
Sage advice.
Right. And then put it on a laptop, which you then leave at a store or upload it to your iCloud. Don't do that.
Learn from others' mistakes.
I'm curious, why are you going to, you don't need to pay to tell me, I'm curious, why are you going to a separate sensory deprivation tank? Yeah, I'm wondering why that would be prescribed to someone. Or is it like a spa thing? It's not being prescribed. It's like, first I'll be getting my mud facial, and then I'm going to the sensory deprivation tank. After some aromatherapy, perhaps.
Did no one ever ask, excuse me, Mr. Biden, why are you taking your phone in there?
And what's in that little zippered pouch you've got there, sir?
Why do you have White Claws?
Not really sensory deprivation, is it? It's just sensory deprecation tank, more like.
It's strange because that sensory deprivation tank wasn't so much a tank. It was a rather roomy pod. It was quite large. And remember, it's the key thing. Everyone's at a sensory deprivation tank when they'll bring it up. He was at rehab. For God's sake, he was at rehab doing that.
It's probably a really easy place to score crack, isn't it?
I would have thought it would be the most difficult place to score crack, considering how I was under the impression that when you check in, knowing how drug addicts and alcoholics and everyone else are, that they search you.
But you're also surrounded by people who know a guy.
True. Who know plenty of other guys by extension. Yeah.
It's just a fucking building full of contacts.
Yeah. And for Sherman, thank you for the back-to-back $2 donations, and the full thing reads as follows. I wasn't in Russia. Freedom from crack. It wasn't Russia, it was Vegas. It looked like New Vegas from Fallout, but merged with normal Vegas. I think I freaked out my friend when I said this to him. He doesn't talk much, being a puddle and all, but he screams when I touch or walk away from him. Help me, my dreams scare me. Well, just, you know.
I draw the line at screaming puddles.
I think my friend freaked out when I touched him. Huh. He screams when I touch him or walk away from him. I'll just, hang tight and tell him to keep quiet then. I don't get more regular sleep. You know what I mean? Like that's the key. I can tell you from somebody who's got like really highly irregular sleep patterns that are woefully short, and when I do get sleep, it's hardly worthy of the name. Stop that. What I just described. Sleep regular hours at regular times as best you fucking can. The intensity and disturbingness of your dreams will increase multifold with how irregular your sleep patterns are. Trust me, I know.
Disturbingness and multifold. Boy, the librarian's got his work cut out for him today. Let's take a look at the bingo card, because it's been quite the show already, it would seem. Let's have a little look. So chat wins the game. Oh, it's not happened yet. What have we had? Orca Dead has not happened, weirdly, yet. Polly blames Insomnia for saying something retarded. Well, he's not blamed Insomnia. Chat gets berated for the likes ratio. That was Steve Dave, so we're straight in there already. Technical difficulties, it was a strong start, and we've had a bot invasion. So we're 3 in already, and they're right next to each other. It's looking fucking good, kids. Should we have some news?
Sure.
Right after tell him you, Dave, Steve, you for this $1. It's not prescribed at all. My cryotherapy spa for my arthritis has won now, and the thought of potentially and mentally facing my inner demons sounds cool to me.
What?
Well, a lot of people, when they go into sensory deprivation tanks, report it being that, you're alone with your own thoughts. And if you've got, inner demons, speaking metaphorically, of course, you've got haunting thoughts, fixated thoughts, you're going to be left alone with them. So it becomes like this onslaught of anxiety just being in that pod. And apparently Steve Dave finds this a luring idea.
I just wonder why you said inner demons metaphorically, of course. Like, why did you need to specify these weren't real demons? Is there something you need to talk about, Polly?
Not me. No, I'm on YouTube, and there are witches and Wiccans and warlocks and the whole fucking... demons. Yeah, well, right.
Yeah, there's some of that, yeah.
The entire spate, if you will, of people that are talking demonology nonstop. I don't know.
All hell Baphomet.
Look at all the Baggins shows. Everything's haunted. People want to believe in ghosts. So,
Baggins?
What's the guy who hosts Ghost Hunters? Isn't his name something?
Oh,
Baggins?
Zach Baggins.
Yeah, Zach Baggins. Thank you.
I only know ghost faces.
I've never even watched a single episode, just clips, and it's terrible, just awful. You never find anything. Stop making these, but people keep watching. So there you go.
Yeah, just because one day they might. You never know. You wouldn't. It'd be on the fucking news if they did.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine the amount of cancer cures that there are out there online. It's like, you think somebody would have reported this. And for Sherman, thank you for the $2. It's hard when I do a night shift and then a day shift. I've told my manager to stop my district manager from doing it. But we have an upper management. But when we have an upper management cared about normal employees. But when have we had an upper management caring about what happens to normal employees? Question mark. It sucks. It never. So unless the job pays fantastically well, leave it. If it does pay well, do your best to fit it in. You know what I've always found is a good thing is to tell them, here's the shift I need because I have something that I have to do, and then name the times that when you don't want to be working. And it's like, so I'm kind of obligated. And they're like, well, I can't do that. And you shrug your shoulders and say, unfortunately, I'm kind of obligated, which puts them, that's a subtle way of saying, I'm going to have to fucking quit if you don't switch my shifts. There's an extreme job crunch now. It's an employees market. So yeah, they're just going to switch your shifts. Odds are. They're not going to fire people right now. I mean, you can be pretty fucked up at your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, it's an employees market. It's a buyer's market, not a seller's.
Referred to it as quiet quitting, did they not?
Quiet quitting?
Yeah, it's just basically just doing a quarter-ass job of whatever you've got to do. And I mean, that was always a thing, but now they've given it a name,
I've never heard that before, but
quiet quitting, yeah. Fucking...
You don't actually quit. You just stay there and do it. Yeah, and by the way, you're the first person I've ever heard, other than myself, say quarter-ass. Cool, good.
Oh, yeah, it's like half a half-ass.
Yeah, exactly. I've had to explain.
Thank you for explaining what a quarter is.
Well, it's
a lot of people don't get it, to be honest. And like you'll say quarter ass, and they're like, "What's that?" Like they can't do the maths in their head.
Whoa! Stop! Game of Levine for $8. The first tank was designed in 1954. Research took a controversial turn in the 1960s. The inventors started experimenting with sensory deprivation while under the effects of LSD and ketamine. Right, so when you said the first tank was designed in 1954, I'm going, I don't know. Pretty sure Panzers were around before that, but no, you're on about sensory deprivation tanks. Okay. Game of Levine with the facts right there. LSD and ketamine and a bit of sensory deprivation. So maybe Hunter was actually doing it right. These tanks were made for drugging, and that's just what they'll do.
That was terrible. You know what that brings to mind? What would happen if somebody were really, really high on LSD, but extremely sedated on a strong opiate? So they were really chill, but in a psychedelic color landscape of breathing walls.
I'm going to say an awesome time. Or a terrifying time.
Like people combined cocaine and heroin, which seem to be working across purposes, speedballs. Right?
I guess, yeah. I thought Speedball
they were the
was
guys
a Marvel character.
and somehow it works out in the middle. I mean, that's what killed
JFK.
John Belushi.
Oh.
Speedballs. Well, doing powerfully injected directly into the vein speedballs all night long is what killed him. Not doing one.
Yeah, it's more the exhaustion and insomnia of staying up all night off your tits on Class A drugs.
Well, the guys that I knew in high school that inexplicably came across a supply of opium. I still don't know where they got it. I guess some small shop in Chinatown, I'm wagering.
They know a guy.
But they actually got opium when they said that. It's like, you get some opium. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you in like 1800s London? Where did you get opium from? Are
you in Alan Moore's From Hell? What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. But they had opium, and it was a common thing for these guys to dust their blunts with cocaine. They called them Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, and so just to put a little pepper into your, if you will, put a little pep into
spring
your
in your step.
Yeah, exactly. Because instead of getting just high and passing out, like smoking a blunt and passing out, it's like, no, you're live and active. And I'm like, you guys are smoking cocaine. That's freebasing. You're just freebasing by another name, But they combined all three: the opium, the crushed up bud, and dusted it with cocaine, and they called it Opawanacane.
I mean, when you're on these different kind of mind-altering substances, you'd expect them to come up with a better name, really, wouldn't you?
I thought it rolled off the tongue personally. I thought it was pretty clever.
We called it Primo.
Primo, yeah, but those were just dusted blunts.
Yeah. Isn't that what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought you meant like, God, you guys know him too. But Primo, yeah, definitely have heard that. They called it Cocoa Puff just for the hilarity of it, in reference. See, Drunkle, there's a cereal here called Cocoa Puffs. Now,
cocoa, I've heard some people are cuckoo for them.
Yes, yeah, and you puff a blunt, so Cocoa Puffs, get it?
Yeah.
Now, the result of this, which I was actually present to see on more than one occasion, was just him passing out.
Oh.
Yeah, they'd smoke it, geek out for about 15 minutes, and then fast asleep.
And that's how you solve your insomnia, Sherman. Enjoy.
No, we will not be advising people to consume illegal narcotics to fall asleep.
This,
And for Sherman, thank you for the $2. It's Dollar Tree. I'm only paid minimum wage, aka $13, and if the company could, they would pay under minimum wage to non-managers. My friend manager gets paid $2.50 more than me. It shows I should just go. Well, I can tell you two things about that. One, if you're working at Dollar Tree and don't like working there, there's plenty of other occupations that would pay you similarly and possibly not be nearly as obnoxious as the people that would frequent Dollar Tree. You have my sympathy on that. The customers must be fucking pretty rough to deal with. But number two, the advice my dad gave me that I'm going to give you that you probably won't follow any better than I did. The best place to get a job, the best position to get a job from is when you're currently employed. So start looking for a job now while you're employed there. Now, I didn't follow it, and I don't expect you to, but do better than I did.
I think if you're Kamala Harris, the best position to get a job is doggy style.
Yeah, the best position to get a job from is being a recognized minority with a really solid victim narrative, which is largely lifted from other people's life stories, but that doesn't matter.
So brown skin and very red knees.
Yeah, you were born in a log cabin in rural Illinois. Just start with Abraham Lincoln's life. It's fine.
We have Cocoa Puffs over here, but they're called Cocoa Pops.
You actually do, and that's actually what they're called?
Yeah, I mean, it's a rice-based cereal, right, covered in chocolate.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Coke Blunts.
No, I'm talking about the real Cocoa Puffs. The OG Cocoa Puffs. I'm turning it from smack to snack.
I see what you did.
Yeah? And there's Cocoa Pops sound for fucking decades. The theme tune, we'd rather have a bowl of Cocoa Pops. I'm trying to say puffs now. But then they changed the name for some reason to Choco Krispies.
Well, that's just too on the nose.
Yeah. We'd rather have a bowl of Choco Krispies. Mate, the UK went fucking crazy over it, right? So much so that they changed the name back. People were not happy. We were tutting very fucking loudly.
I don't like cereals. Like, come up with a name that's clever as opposed to such a obvious descriptor. You know, it's like I don't know. It's like calling Rice Krispies like individual grains of puffed rice, and that's just what you call it. That's no good. It sounds very communist.
Yeah, it's like the little version.
It's like that guy on that one stream. What's his name? That lived in communist Romania growing up. V. Thank you. Because we had one group. We had one brand of shampoo. It was called shampoo. It came in a white bottle.
Really?
And had black yeah. You'd go to the store. They had stores, and their consumer goods were all purchased and provided and manufactured by the government. And so you'd go to the store, and they were just white bottles with black lettering that said shampoo. And so how do you know how much was in there? It didn't say. It didn't say what the ingredients were. Nothing. It was just a white bottle that just bland block letters that said shampoo.
It's like buying a bottle of white wine that's called white wine.
Yes, exactly. It's all very communist, There's no advertising or whatever, because that would be attempting to draw on the people and leech their funds and whatnot. It's like, no, nobody wants to live this way. And Lupus Alba, that hurts. It says, I'm not listening to Polly anymore. I'm ever more convinced that he's a retired CIA agent. And then Asia Research Directorate simply says, CIA never retires. So there you go.
Are you sure it said retired? That's not a typo? Or?
Why? What does it actually say?
Retarded? I'm asking if are you sure? It's never mind. The librarian threw $1 saying, writing it down now, beware the crap these guys come up with At number 244, got it. I'll be sure to have a strong drink when I get this far. Thanks for the colourful vocabulary. Thank you very much. Colourful also has a U in it, librarian. As a man who's writing a lexicon on vocal stylings, I thought you would know that.
But you know what is what is a delightful set of names are the knockoff cereals that are clearly the big box store equivalent of some name brand. They're great.
Yeah. It's like the Lidl version of things.
Yeah, like Lucky Charms. I bought the knockoff version when I was a broke undergrad. It was called Delicious Treasures.
Oh, that's delightful.
It's the almost name.
Boom, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Thank you, M4 Sherman. Should probably say the name out first. M4 Sherman, thank you for the $4. Yeah, I'm doing that, namely working at Dollar Tree right now, and hopefully I can get work at GameStop. I can get paid between $16.50 and $20.75 an hour, putting through the application within the week. Fucking good for you, man. Follow through, and holy shit, GameStop's fucking bursted back on the scene with that stock wildness that was going on a while back, huh? They got $16.50 to $20.75 for employees?
Wow.
Shit. I know people flipping burgers that would be salivating at the notion of working at GameStop for that amount of money. I don't actually know them, but I imagine they're there.
They're probably somewhere.
Well, you know, how many baskets of hot fries can you dump salt on before you're like, maybe I can do something better with my life.
Maybe I could be bottling communist shampoo.
No, don't you know that you're supposed to be able to make a living off of this? Like, you're supposed to flip burgers and pay your way through mortgages?
Yeah. Kyle, I used to get Fruity Hoops. That's brilliant. Fruit Loops, Drunkle. It's like Fruit Loops.
Ah, yes, I know about these. It's FROOT, isn't it?
Not in the world I came from.
Well, no, allegedly they had to change it because there's not actually any fucking fruit in them at all.
I will hold on to my dying day through the Mandela effect that this is not my universe. The one I grew up in, it was FRUIT. Fruit Loops.
Yeah, but they had to change it. I think that it was either recent or not so recent, but I believe now it is OOT, isn't it?
Well, it is FROOT
yeah.
in my non-native universe, the one we're in right now, and people have sent me pictures and evidence that it is this way and always has been. People are like, no, man, it's been FROOT forever. You just remembering correctly. I'm like, no, I know.
No.
In my timeline, Trump got reelected. I'm guessing.
They had to change it, though. It's not like people are remembering incorrectly. It did get changed. It was a legal thing because there's not actually any fruit in the ingredients, so they weren't allowed to use the word fruit as it was spelled.
This sounds like video content that I should just,
Yeah?
Let everyone know that, previous Polly has been pushed out of this dimension into another one, perhaps into the one I came from. And I'm here now in my non-native universe. And I know that this is true, as wild of a claim as that sounds like, because Fruit Loops.
Go Fuck Yourself says, do you know what the Mandela effect and related conspiracy theory is? It's Nelson Mandela, wasn't it? About him. People seem to remember that he died in captivity, whereas in actual fact he died in 2003, I think.
Yeah, he got out, was elected to national office, etc. Yeah.
Did a lot of things.
He died in captivity. I remember this. None of that happened in South Africa. And thus the Mandela effect.
I also hear, let's see, the engineer in the chat, I'm from the Berenstein universe.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the most famous.
Bears.
But I have no idea what those are. Well, I mean, it's like some kid's cartoon, isn't it? But I've never fucking seen what they are. So every time they're talking about it, I go, no, it's Berenstein, it's Berenstain. I'm going, oh my god, I don't fucking know. I come from a universe where they didn't even fucking exist. That's my Mandela effect. It's the full Nelson.
The Ham and Beans has a point. Cookie Crisps, you ever seen that cereal, Drunkle?
I
love Cookie Crisp.
They're just literal small chocolate chip cookies. That's it.
Isn't there a wizard on the box?
No, it's a thief. who's always trying to steal the Cookie Crisps, like a classic bandit with a black and white striped shirt, if I remember correctly. But that just might be my native universe.
Is he a classic bandit, or is he just French?
Bandits go around with just eye-covering, cowl-looking things.
Yeah, but it's the black and white shirt, though, isn't it? Like that could just be a Frenchman.
Do you think all Frenchmen and women are taught to be mimes in like elementary school?
Yeah.
Are they not?
Because it's kind of mimes you're describing, I think.
Is that a joke?
They're all taught the most annoying thing you can do in front of people.
The second most annoying. The first one is just be French. Zed threw $3 saying, "What fucking state do you live in?" Generally a drunken one, Zed. After a promotion and a raise, I make $9.50 an hour. Don't get me wrong, I like my local GS. But fuck me, I wish I got that wage. Oh, GS GameStop. We're back to GameStop. Should we have some fucking news?
Right after I read these 2 donations, I'd be excited for it.
All right. That's right.
Gamer Steve Lynn, thank you for the $3.50. Actually, fruit, F-R-O-O-T, is the name of the chemical compound of citric acids designed to, quote, taste like fruit, hence why it's called fruit, F-R-O-O-T, loops. I don't know. This sounds like one of them internet rumors. Like when people said that the wrappers for McDonald's hamburgers said 100% pure beef. That was a lie. It was full of fillers and soy and sorghum and whatnot. It was the sub company that McDonald's had created that was named 100% pure beef, and that what was stamped all over the wrapper. It wasn't a claim of the contents, but rather the name of the company. And that was a myth.
I do like a fast-spreading myth and rumor. Like everyone heard that Marilyn Manson had a rib removed so he could suck his own dick.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, we share that culture. That's 2 different countries heard the same fucking thing. There's one guy out there who thought of that. He's sat there, right, an old man rubbing his gnarled little hands together like, I stitched them up like kippers, I did.
The delight that I would have in starting a false, obviously made up rumor and hearing it come back to me again and again, even 10, 15 years later, I would just be howling with delight that I had done that. It would.
I mean, look, you got Josh Montgomery in the chat going, he did. No, he didn't.
And for sure, but thank you for the $2 in the final one. I used to. Wait a minute. It was used to be called Fruit Loops, F-R-U-I-T. They had to get changed because of a lawsuit, I think. Or it was the FDA made it change because of no fruits. I don't know for sure, but it got changed and I was sad. Again, sad? I think there's a video in this for me. And the way to demonstrate it is to go back and grab commercials from different times, because anybody, oh look, here's this still image that somebody easily could have doctored in Photoshop. Much harder to, doctor an actual moving image. Well, not true. I've seen some really convincing deep fakes of Jessica Alba.
More difficult.
More difficult, indeed. Yeah. So, it has to be somebody who's really committed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guy who started the rumor about Marilyn Manson. Actually, no, that was effortless, wasn't it? He just said it in school one day and someone went, oh. This is like fucking pre-internet as we know it now as well. So like there's a lot of work went into spreading that shit around, mate. Fucking wonderful. Right, let's have some news. Fucking finally. Yep. Let's get to the news. Here we go. AaAers, that is Polly and Sinatra. If you direct your attention to the Discord and people in the chat, I got your back, Jack. As we start off, as ever, with the Babylon Bee. Batman unable to keep up with rising crime as Gotham City elects another Democrat. I watched the Sparkly Vampire Batman the other day.
What'd you think?
Fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not a rousing support of it, is it?
Well, I mean, look, it could have been good. I couldn't tell you.
Were you particularly tired, or was it just boring?
Little column A, little column B.
I watched it with Weibo and Zelthor. Wasn't bad. I thought it was very Nolan derivative, which isn't the worst thing.
Long. Very long.
Long. It was very long. And you've heard me say it before. The question, of course, is not who can play Batman, because any jerk off in a cape and cowl can play Batman. You don't even need to have muscles; they provide those. It's who can play Bruce Wayne convincingly. And he, as a younger Bruce Wayne, wasn't bad. He's not shitty as Val Kilmer, not remotely as shitty as George Clooney, who still emanates stink.
The nipples. Yes.
I liked his costume. I like the world, the whole setup and everything looked good. Catwoman was played by a sexy actress.
I think people don't like that Batman because. Oh.
Hey, fuck you, man!
I like how the goose just turns away and kind of ducks its head. It knows it's fucked up.
Does it duck its head or does it goose its head?
Good call.
Thank you.
Good call. Gamer Bleen, thank you for the A50. You could turn me into a vowel. You mean verb? You could turn me into a vowel. I draw the line at appropriating my name. Fuck you, Steve Derp. I will beat you the way Amber Heard could only hope to. Oh. Gamer Steve Lean. I thought that was Gamer Valine and throwing in the actually. People have actually adopted her style. I thought that was Gamer Valine. Well done, Steve Dave.
Sexual tension on Streamlabs today, isn't it?
Yeah. But I draw the line at appropriating my name. Fuck you, Steve Derp. I will beat you the way Amber Heard could only hope to.
The sparkly vampire Bruce Wayne was very, very emo, akin to Peter Parker when he gets the black suit,
Yes! The dark makeup under the eyes, I didn't think of that. It's all there. Like, they actually put, eyeshadow around the guy to make him look all emo. That was the vibe that I felt. This is just
floppy hair and...
Yes! This is just emo Batman. Yeah. And, again, Robert Pattinson, it's just not a bad actor. You can see him...
No, he did all right.
Adopting different roles, different scripts, different accents. The guy's not a shit actor. If there's any problems, it's the scripts he gets, honestly.
Bruce Wine. After talking about the movie last week, I watched Avatar again today. I sat there. I'm eating my lunch. Yeah. Because I got Amazon Fire Stick, and it's mine. I can do what I want to it, and what I did to it was allow it to show things I don't necessarily have to pay for. So I comes out with a load of links, and I go, oh, yeah, all right, okay, put that one on. It was about 20 minutes before I realised that it was a different movie. I wasn't even watching Avatar, right? That's how forgettable that movie is.
Of all of the things that you had possibly to watch through your Fire Stick, I can't believe you picked the blue film. I mean, it just...
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, I didn't in the end. I was watching, some black guy rob a bank. I was like, I don't remember this bit, but then I don't remember anything about this movie.
Where were you watching a play?
I don't know.
Watching Nacho's stream from Friday?
The link took me to a different movie. And I didn't even know it because that film is so fucking forgettable.
Damn right. But I think you should have noticed that they weren't obviously CGI giant blue creatures and then changed into people robbing banks.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You tell him, Steve Dave, thank you for the $1. You tell him, Gamer Villain, learn to laugh, girl. I couldn't hold that big-ass crown on your hobbit head.
Hobbity crowns. Right, let's move on to the real shit. I did promise lamented God, there would be some game cult-based news, and there is. PUBG is too violent and must be banned, says the Taliban.
Yeah, I saw this on Twitter.
The fucking Taliban. Oh, look, support people of Ukraine. That one's just there for you, Polly. The fucking Taliban have said video games are too violent. What?
It's not violence in the right cause, I think would probably be their opposition if I were to guess.
Yeah.
Now, if the entire game was hunting down blasphemers and those who had drawn pictures of Muhammad,
Hey, Make your own narrative.
Dare criticize their 7th century living style. Yeah, that'd be different. But it's just fun, so they can't have that.
No. And now PUBG has been Talibaned. Let's move on. Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Did you steal that from the article, or did you make that?
No, I just said that there, and I just realised what happened as well. Let me do it. Drunken makes a terrible pun. All right, back to the news. What have we got next? Of course, it is a superintendent of a school saying, no, we don't provide litter boxes for students who identify as cats. We are in the strangest timeline. It's official that a school superintendent has to clarify this. That's not the superintendent right there, by the way. That is a very old man on a bench.
What?
All right.
I thought it was a fireman.
I thought it was a guy in
like a fireman's helmet.
From the hat, yeah.
I thought it was like an Oktoberfest outfit.
Yeah. Do you know what? You're both onto something there. But we are at the strangest timeline. We've got so many people identifying as cats now that, what's next? We knew it was a slippery slope, but how far down can this go? Identifying as cats? Polly, what's next? What comes after cats? It's boots.
Well, I identifying as your online furry persona or whatever.
I think, that may be what's going on here. Anyway, I don't know if this is furries or
I picture the recycling of old lolcowisms and old memes is going to be a forever thing. Like, that's going to be the state of things going forth. Like, a bunch of IRL people, well, bless you, that are just, they're normies. They're nice people, but they're normies. We're going to try to do. And they're going to come up to me and say, can you believe this NyQuil chicken thing? 3 years ago, I couldn't. Interesting how you're only hearing of it now through news entertainers complaining about what's going on in TikTok.
Oh, the blue chicken.
That's all it is.
Right.
It's clicks. That's all it's ever for.
But that's what I mean. I
don't think anybody's actually doing that.
Nobody really was, like, in the original memes that were NyQuil chicken. I mean, I've got a folder full of like nightmare food, like they're just cursed images of food, and there's a whole bunch of NyQuil cooking ones in there. There's NyQuil chicken encrusted with Fruity Pebbles that somebody made.
Oh, I've got Fruity Pebbles.
Hey, here you go. So it's like it was blue chicken, but it's got like all like the colorful bits on the outside as a crusty layer, and then baked. NyQuil chicken's an old meme. It's an old joke, and it's like, what's next? TikTok eating Tide Pods? You guys are lame as fuck. And then news entertainers are actually scanning TikTok for content at this point.
Well, look, after the Tide Pod challenge, I can't blame them.
Freedom.
There was a line, and that line got crossed a long time ago.
Tom Valinen, thank you for the tree fitty. I do have a sense of humor. It's hilarious to think about the Hobbit beating a grown man. Not for her man.
Yeah.
I don't think she beats her man. Anyway, you tell him, Steve Dave, thank you for the $1. The furry fandom has roots in the alphabet soup people movement. What? So it wouldn't be out of the ordinary to point the finger in that direction. The alphabet soup people.
Yeah, the alphabet people.
Oh, the LGBT. Oh, okay, yeah. Jesus Christ. Because we were talking about identifying with weird things, and I'm like, were there people that were identifying as soup noodles? Okay, I get you. I hear you. Yeah. Wow. You own your kindred spirits, you non-binary weirdos.
Now, I know it's been a week, and we've all had time to get over the tragic death of the Queen. Right? Everyone being British today, yeah.
I'm still wearing my black armband.
Oh, yeah, you are?
I am still in the throes of the depression and stages of who gives a shit.
Yeah, a little bit on the fragile side when it comes to caring. I understand, but it was. That wasn't the only. That wasn't the only tragedy that happened that week, you see, because it was meant to be a week of celebration, and and then it got taken down because it was Guinea Pig Awareness Week, but got cancelled because of the Queen's funeral.
Who wasn't aware of guinea pigs?
Well, a lot of people. That's why we need the week. It's not even just a day; it's a week.
What have awareness of what? Their patient sufferance in the face of oppression? What?
Their aversion to Richard Gere?
Constantly being thought of as the lab testing animals when they're not. The persistent rumor thereof. What?
Yeah, and a saying.
The misnomenclature of their existence.
You say, "Oh, I'll be your guinea pig." Like, yeah, all right, but like no one. I know it's wrong, but no one says, "Oh, I'll be your rat." That just sounds like you're a
lab
snitch.
rat.
You say lab rat, but a guinea pig. I don't know. They're cute. They make little fucking weep weep noises. They're fun. Sam Miguel says, "Get the pan flute bands." That's it. It's a guinea bear, idiot. We were robbed, guys. This is what they took from us. You know, and the Queen dying was just like a grey tint in the white cloud that is guinea pigs, and it was taken from us. For another year, we've got to wait another year until we can be aware of guinea pigs again. Oh,
surprise
the
announcement
fucking
of the
Queen.
Prime Minister.
So inconsiderate. Wales Online, one of Polly's favourite publications. Mum left in hospital for days after dog pooed in her face as she slept.
Okay, hold on. She was hospitalized for days? Because the way that reads, it's like she was forgotten in the hospital for days.
Yeah.
No one wanted to treat her because she smelled of dog poo. Amanda Gomo was sleeping with her mouth open when she woke as something squirted into it. Yeah. I think that's enough, isn't it? Like, we don't really need to get into the meat of the article. Like, we're good.
What? No, I would disagree. Was there some sort of pathogen in the dogs?
Well, it's not good. It's just not going to make you stronger, is it? Like, it's not spinach.
No, but it could just result in you having bad breath and vomiting all day at the sheer thought of it. But as opposed to being hospitalized, I mean, she's got IVs and pressure pads, and she's got oxygen going in. Like, holy shit, what happened? What was wrong with that dog?
Would you like to know more?
I feel like she's just gearing up for a lawsuit against somebody. It wasn't her dog or something like that. There's something more.
Nice.
Well, I mean, this is the UK. We're not as fucking, like, suey culture as you guys are when dogs shit in our mouths.
At any rate, that is what we're going to try to do.
Well, you let the EU do it for years and didn't do anything.
Well, now we're not there anymore. Oh, we got some EU news as well. So he spent 3 days in hospital after it was her daughter's dog accidentally did a poo. Did a poo.
We won't be making fun of South Asian names here. I knew Didapoo. I went to high school with him. He was a kindly man.
He shat in my mouth.
But he apologized immediately thereafter, which is why I remember him well.
So Amanda, 51, was taking an afternoon nap with Chihuahua Belle when the pooch became ill and had violent diarrhea. Would you like to know more?
I can take it or leave it.
Did a poo. I'm calling it.
Pedalon. Yeah.
I'm calling it. We don't need editors. I'm calling it now. Fucking did a poo now, Sophia.
You caught that one? I thought you didn't even hear.
Did you have to look up his surname?
No, I just remember.
You just knew it, yeah? Okay.
No, when you said did a poo, the rest of it just sort of flowed. I'm like, oh, Nasa people Pedalon. Like,
yes, he did.
Yeah. Tava Valinen, thank you for the tree fitty. I don't beat my man. I can't be a domineering bitch in every part of my life. Plus, he will put my monsters out of reach. We can't have that.
No.
I don't have a tall can of Rockstar right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rockstar, I spent an hour and a half finding out about the GTA 6 leaks and all of the drama therein. That game is weird. It's a whole other world in there, man.
The arrest was made. They caught the guy.
No shit.
Yeah.
The
FBI
FBI
caught up
arrested
with
him.
the man.
No, it wasn't the FBI, because
it
he was in England.
Was he?
Yeah.
Fuck, when did this happen?
He still got arrested by the FBI. The FBI can get extradition.
Not
For me,
that
and watching
fucking
it, I just thought Sinatra's going to love this, and by love it, I mean see that it. The FBI's on the case. It's like, oh yeah, jihadis and child trafficking and the list.
It would still know nothing about Epstein's black book, but they got the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
But Rockstar's intellectual property, oh my God, their crack team is on the case, man. You best watch out.
Goodness, this man has been removed from polite society. He was a danger to everyone.
So the FBI were actually the ones who caught up with him, and he happened to be over in England.
Well, no, I mean, I think he is, and it was. Well, no, probably still is an English guy. I know FBI opened the investigation. Sinatra is of the mind that the FBI did arrest him, but I don't think you're going to be able to extradite someone willy-nilly. Certainly not that quickly. But hey, I could be wrong. Fuck it, if the FBI came over to my fucking house and went, right, we want to talk to you, I'd be like, fucking suck a dick, mate. You have no power here.
Yeah, no kidding. But
Mate,
probably standing behind him would be a bunch of British cops going, no, they do.
Oh yeah, okay then, officer, that's fine. Yeah. Wait, have you got a warrant? No, then suck my dick, officer. Outside, because you're not coming in. I mean, dude, I got sent a letter from the IRS asking me to pay my taxes.
No.
Yeah. I sent a fucking photo of it to Sinatra. I'm going how did they not know when they wrote out? Okay, yeah, Miller Duke, interesting name, all right? Yeah, Derby, United Kingdom. Did that not ring any bells there? Go hey, why are we sending this guy an IRS tax form if he's in the United Kingdom?
Biden's IRS has descended to the level of a fucking India-based computer scam operation. Just mass.
That's literally what they're doing.
Yeah, just mass send everybody, you haven't paid your back taxes, you owe us this. And if only 5% of the people actually fucking pay because they're old or deranged or just scared or whatever the fuck, don't ask any questions, then we'll have more than made back the money for postage and we'll be up because we need to make some of that Ukraine money back, god damn it.
It probably wasn't very cheap sending me that letter from Virginia.
Jesus.
Zed for $350. The FBI found a video game hacker in 4 days, but not a single person on Epstein's flight log. Hey, exactly what I said. Fuck the DOJ. Agreed.
Except for Prince Andrew, the Duke of York.
Well, clearly in no trouble.
No, he's settled outside of court for $12 million. Absolute piece of shit.
So no trouble.
No, well, no. That wasn't even his fucking money, was it? It was mine. The Mama 3 was asleep with her mouth open, top and tailing with Belle, when a messy accident occurred and some got in her mouth. She ran to the bathroom to be sick, but later ended up in hospital with a gastrointestinal infection, Polly.
Yeah, who knew? Poop was dirty.
Yeah. So it's not even people poop. This is dog poop. There she is, right there. Oh, why would you take a photo
of that? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
No!
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to know more.
Oh, man.
Amanda from Bristol said, I was having my afternoon nap with Belle, like I always do, when suddenly I felt something squirt in my mouth. I rushed to the bathroom and my son was in the shower, so before I washed it out, I had time to take a quick snap. It was disgusting, and I was hurling violently for hours after, and I just couldn't get the taste out of my mouth.
You let me know when you scrolled past it, because I halfway sideways looked back at it, and you were still on it. So you let me know when it's gone.
It's
bastard.
gone. It's gone.
All right.
There's, I mean, look, do you need any more fucking proof that chihuahuas are fucking evil? I mean, you were talking metaphorical demons before, Polly, but these are fucking physical demons, these fuckers.
Look, it's got a little knitted sweater on it.
Yeah, I hate it when people dress their dogs like people. Hammond Bean says, is that Compo face? Sam McGill says, Compoo face? Strong work, sir! Strong work! Alright, let's move on from this shit-stained pensioner, shall we? It's over to Indy 100. Jeremy Corbyn played a version of Doom that lets you kill Thatcher. Jeremy Corbyn is a Labour MP, by the way, and of course, Margaret Thatcher. was the infamous Iron Woman, and there is a version of Doom where Margaret Thatcher is the final boss, which I didn't know about, and now I want to play it. Yeah, little British news for you. Snakes and mice.
I think Corbyn is still, sitting around seething, personally. I mean,
probably
the man who was more than 50% responsible for what happened to Labour, in the last general election. I mean, you didn't just fail to get reelected, but destroyed your own party in the process. I mean,
well, that was when calls of
he's sitting at home figuring out how he can
about.
blame the Jews. It's just
I don't buy any of that. That's just 100% what's happening now. If you call someone, something phobic or accuse them of something ism, then it discredits absolutely everything they say from then on. And we see more and more of it, and I think that's what happened there. Don't get me wrong, like, the guy's a waste of space. He's a politician, for fuck's sake. That goes without saying, but it's so easy to other people now, isn't it?
I understand what you're saying, and yes, it is. But this is a situation where is Jeremy Corbyn personally of that mindset? The evidence doesn't really make you want to think so. So labeling him that is probably unfair. Was he permissive of it in the way that Pelosi's permissive of it in her own party? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I've even met a Jew.
Really?
Yeah, there's not so many of them here.
Huh.
I guess they all fled to America.
Well, but I mean, there has been an influx of people from, a certain region that, Yeah,
not so much on the Semites, but yeah, other people. Say the type of people who might find PUBG to be too violent, that kind. Yeah. So snakes and mice are falling from the ceiling of a high school in Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky, I believe it is. I had to read through this and make sure that it wasn't Australia, because this sounds like Australia, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
It's not. It's warning, if you're squeamish, this might not be the post for you. It's all right. We just had a photo of someone with dog poo around our mouth. I think that ship has sailed. It's around about the fucking coast of Japan by now. Fuck it. It's all in the headline, isn't it? Yeah, fucking snakes and mice. Well, you think one problem would take care of the other as well. It's like, how are you having snakes and mice? Like,
how the fuck do you see? Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
It would just be snakes.
I detect some problems in your story.
Somebody found a mouse up there, so they put 2 snakes up there, and then it just all went to hell.
Yeah. And then, of course, you got to put a mongoose up there.
And on it goes. What hunts mongoose?
Me. Wolves. You got to put wolves up there.
And then next, a bunch of Alaskan hunters. And they're all running around up there.
Perhaps she'll die. Right, let's move on. You were talking about the alphabet people earlier on. See, it was a Birmingham Pride Parade. Birmingham. And it was led by a powerful protest group of fat, trans, and disabled people.
Okay. There you go.
If we call them fat retards, we're the problem.
Yeah. And who knew that, fat is now part of the LGBT acronym? Well, it's an initialism, isn't it? An acronym spells something out. But yeah, fat is in there now. So that's nice. I don't know how you can see yourself as a minority when you're taking up the majority of the room.
Sure, Dave Rubin, as an example, looking at a picture like this and a story like this and just being like, oh my God. Because, he's gay, right? But like this, he's not deliberately wearing a checkerboard bodysuit to accentuate his big fucking gunt and then like a 1950s
the circle around
shirt.
The belly button.
It makes your outfit look like a sad face.
And it looks like an over-the-top bathrobe from the 50s or, a 50s movie anyway, where some like rich aristocratic woman in Hollywood would wear. It's just like...
Yeah. Well, she used to be famous, but then, her looks started fading, and now she just sits around the parlor drinking martinis and smoking.
From a very long cigarette holder.
Oh, yeah, you got a long cigarette. Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
And it's 5 o'clock, like it's cocktail hour, and she's still in the bathrobe,
See, the bathrobe I don't have a problem with because of that description, which we just made there. Like, yeah, okay, fine. A bit weird that a dude's wearing it, but all right, you do you. The checkered outfit, I mean, are there any gayers in the chat? Is this who you want representing you?
Right. I picture it's the way Larry Elder feels watching, anything on mainstream news about black folks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, fuck off. You're picking these things deliberately. I just, okay, hold on. Boom, over here. Emperor Sherman, thank you for the $2. Hey, look, it's some cows complaining. I think cow tipping them would be fun.
I read the other day that cow tipping is a bit of a myth.
It's funny you said that, but since we had derailed so many times, I'm like, I'm not going to start talking about that. This isn't Noir Bar where we continually go on further and further tangents.
I mean, look, we were half an hour late to the news, mate.
I read, yes, I've absolutely heard that too, Drunkle. Not only have I heard that, I should forward you the academic paper I read where somebody demonstrated using, civil engineering and the physics of it, that it is actually physically impossible to tip a cow over because of their weight and distribution of weight and et cetera, that you cannot induce enough force from one side to be able to, in fact, tip a cow.
I mean,
it was a full-on paper. It wasn't even a joke. And I was like, wow, somebody got research funding for this. That's fucked up.
Now, I totally agree with the physics behind it. Look, someone did the maths. Mm-hmm. Right? But also, like, do you know how hard it is to sneak up on a cow?
I would imagine not very. They're walking food. What?
Well, no, I mean, they are quite easily startled. They can get a shift on when they need to, and generally they don't sleep standing up either.
No, I've driven by cows along the highway.
So you're somewhat of an expert then.
I have seen one or two in my time.
I just mean to say I have seen cows in a field at rest, and they're down off their fours. You know what I mean? They're not standing up constantly. You hear that thing? It's like they don't ever lay down unless they're sick. They lock their knees and stand up to sleep. Like, that's the myth, right? And it's like, then what the? So I have constantly, or a number of times, seen a field full of sick cows. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I think it's more likely someone just lied.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Marilyn Manson all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, right next to them was Marilyn Manson sucking his own dick. It was the strangest image.
Holding a rib. A spare rib, if you will.
Eating Fruity Pebbles, or Fruit Loops.
And NyQuil chicken.
Mm-hmm.
A la Tide Pod. There's also, like, there's a lot of mystery surrounding cows. Like, you drive past a field of cows, as, Polly, you've done, so you know where I'm coming from here. You see there's cows in a field, they're led down. Oh, that means it's going to rain. Shut the fuck up.
I heard if the leaves are upside down, that means it's going to rain. I've heard that one.
Shit. I'll tell you what, mate. If, like, the sky is black, then yeah, it's gonna rain. Like, that's the only way I'm gonna take that. Fucking cows can't tell the fucking weather. They're food.
I don't need to go outside for this. When my lumbago acts up and my angina starts feeling a little pressure, I know it's gonna rain.
Animals can tell the weather.
Yeah, they just gotta look up, just the same way we can tell the weather.
No, you've heard the stories of, like, before a tornado or an earthquake hits, all the animals run and, like, hide and get into safe areas.
I'll give you a tornado. That's probably down to, like, superior
And I'm pretty
hearing.
sure the leaf one is true, by the way.
But why would that be true?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is.
I don't think leaves just turn over when they sense rain.
What? Follow the sun?
Flowers follow the sun. The actual flower head. But the leaves... We need scientists to look into this. Anyway, I said, any guys in the chat, do you want this guy representing you? And Mr. Sultan, the Sultan, says no. And there we go.
Hammond Beans in the chat says it's the change of barometric pressure.
Yeah, okay, so superior senses, but it's not barometric pressure that causes cows' knees to stop working. I was going to lie down because it's going to rain. Now, don't get me wrong. There is, like, me and my mum, for instance. There are very, very many occasions when we can smell that it's going to rain. And that's I mean, because I've done that. I'll text her, go, it's going to rain, and then 10 minutes later it starts raining. It's gone silent. Must be raining. No, seriously, I can smell sometimes I can smell when it's going to rain.
Yeah, everybody can.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought I was special. Jesus Christ. I'm not as special as this guy. Moving on. New island emerges from the sea after only 11 hours. Only 11 hours of volcanic eruptions. That's a new island.
It doesn't look much like an island.
What? No, islands are
still underwater.
Look, it's an island. Leave it. Geographers, they know. M4 Sherman threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish, saying, I mean, a car or truck can tip cows. You have to be doing 50 to 60 miles per hour. Don't ask me how I know this. Let's just say I heard it from a friend. Oh, Sherman. Sherman knows a guy. Thank you very much for the $3, dude. It's a brand new island. Has it got a name? We don't know. But it's an island. Polly, this is awesome. It's new geographical knowledge. Is Polly okay?
He said he had a phone call.
Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't hear that. It's an atras.
Blackout for the 5. In Florida, you get an ability to wake out in the morning, smell the air, and call the time it'll rain. Maybe walk out in the morning or wake in the morning. Either one makes sense. My grandfather could also tell because his ankle would go numb 2 hours on the dot.
That's how I feel. My lumbago starts acting up in my left leg and the angina in the chest. I am a 70-year-old Italian man, and yes.
Yeah.
Got the agita.
Yeah. I got my agita.
The cows are let down and the leaves are upside down. It's going to rain. Right.
But the whole world just goes to fucking hell.
Well, thankfully, we've got a new island. And Spoofers says we must get there ASAP. Fuck yeah. I'm going to claim it.
Spoofers? What did you say?
Spoofers?
Who said we got it?
A spoofers, guy in the chat.
Oh. I'm like, I don't know. I just thought like spoofers were like spelunkers, but they didn't search for stalagmites. They searched for islands.
Above ground spelunkers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're spoofers.
That's just a rock
I don't know.
climber.
That's where my mind went. I'm caffeinated and under-rested, bro. Like, I think stupid things, but faster.
So are you blaming that on the insomnia?
Yes, I absolutely am. I am over-caffeinated right now, and I only slept 3 hours last night. So, yep. And it wasn't very restful.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to take this bingo card seriously, man. Otherwise, no one gets laid. Right, let's move on. A new island! Diary of a Wimpy Kid actor murdered mum and admits to plot to kill Canadian Prime Minister. Oh, it says the movie, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Never seen it.
Can I say what I'm thinking?
Jeff.
You followed through on the wrong one?
Oof. Don't say follow through again after the story about the dog shitting in that woman's mouth.
What?
Follow through means to shit yourself.
Oh my God, that's
I have never heard that.
This is Polly never appreciates me. I have seen your name constantly, and I've never clued until right now. That's how you say it, spoofers. Fuck. See, this is how I butcher people's names.
SP00 Furs in the chat.
Did you right? I figure there's people just, pinching the bridge of their nose and shaking their head all the time I'm talking. Yeah, Blackout8879, thank you for the $5. Okay, Uncle. Go talk to Arthur about your lumbago.
Was that me? Was that to you? Or... Who was that to?
That was to me.
That was
picturing.
You're the uncle.
It's within quotation marks, so I figure it's from a movie, and I'm just not picking up what he's putting down.
All right. So this is Ryan Grantham from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He was also in season 4 of Supernatural. Sinatra.
Who was he?
Todd, apparently. And season 11, he was a hunter.
Yeah, I've seen Goose name forever, and he's challenging me to say his name. All right.
Goose.
I always assumed it was a Japanese last name that I've never been able to pronounce, but looking at it now, I realize it must be saying something else. So, okay, here we go. Go fuck
yourself.
That's what we call him.
I read goo fuck you, user Yufu. Fucky user Yufu. Fucky user Yufu. Yeah, there we go.
I do.
Yeah, okay, go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
He knows who we mean.
Blackout 8879, thank you for the $5. RDR2. It's from Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, Uncle, go talk to Arthur about your lumbago. Now you guys
right, okay, right. See, you say uncle, and I'm just like, is it me? Because I'm the only uncle in the world. Don't feel bad about spoofers or go fuck yourself or anything like that. They know who we're talking about. Look, Nyla is in the chat, and we call her Adidas. She knows that we are talking about her when we say Adidas. It's all good. People have nicknames here. Like, you're a ridiculous lunatic. Everyone calls him Luna. I call him the Moon.
But,
So-
I love ridiculous lunatic because Luna. It's just and plus they're always here and awesome.
It's Latin for moon. So, he killed his mum, shot her, and then grabbed a load of fucking shit, put it in the boot of his car. And it is boot because everywhere's Britain today. Oh, look, stand for peace in Ukraine again, Polly. Look.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you pointed out like it's
There's a couple of them. Look at this.
It legit does fucking bug me because this is Martha's Vineyard crowdfunding. That money is just going to some assholes. Don't you realize that?
I think a lot of it is going towards advertising. So he shot his mum. Then loaded his car with 3 guns, ammunition, a dozen Molotov cocktails, camping supplies, and directions to Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's family home. So, safe to say his acting career is over. He smolayed himself. What else we got? Oh, some EU news. No decision expected for EU decision on unanimous decision.
Sounds
a
about right.
hard to follow, but okay.
so you guys, you gonna start making some unanimous decisions then? We haven't decided yet. Well, these people are getting paid for this shit. And the photo is of the 2 fucking guys just giggling at each other because they know what they're doing. So many people wanted to remain, myself included.
I wouldn't admit that.
Why wouldn't I admit it? It gets brought up every fucking financial quarter on this show.
More often than that.
Yeah, but it's done by donation, so, you can't be angry at it. The librarian threw $1 saying, "Congratulations, spoofers! Your name will be immortalised in the Drunkelmeyer's dictionary because of Polydub's mental retardation. I'm gonna need a bigger bottle of hard whiskey."
Well, I got a spoofer's name on the list over here on the wall.
Hopefully it's not the same list as this guy from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I'm sure it's a little more of a pleasant list.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Right, moving on. Mountain goats are being airlifted out of national park because they crave human pee.
Okay.
That is the mountain goatiest goat I've ever seen in that photo right there. He's got it all. He's got the jowls. He's got the 1,000-yard stare. The devil horns. He's just like, yeah, I fucking love being a goat. So as we all know, goats, they love a bit of salt. And these aren't even native to the area either. They're quite invasive. And they're licking up human pee because they love the salt in it. And now they're getting airlifted out via helichopper because it's perverse and we don't want it. Yeah, helichopper. It's like it chops a lot, It's a helichopper. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm laughing. That's not fucking funny. But whatever.
Don't encourage it. It's not funny. It's just awkward. That's what I'm just trying to fill the space. Kanye says he's never read any book, saying reading is like eating Brussels sprouts. It's a weird comparison.
I like Brussels sprouts.
See, that's the thing. I think maybe he's onto something, because I never used to like Brussels sprouts, and I never used to like reading when I was very little. But as you get older,
you pluralize some things and not others. It's Brussels sprouts.
No, it's not pluralized. It's because the place, Brussels.
Yeah, but you don't say it. You say Brussels sprouts. You drop the S, but add it on to maths.
No, that's my verbal cursive.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing. It's a very English thing where one word leads on to another.
No.
Yeah. Like if you say a word that ends in a consonant, but the next word begins with a vowel, then it basically just becomes one word.
Yeah.
Right, but in this case, Brussels sprouts. Well, you get pissed off because I'm not leaving ample enough space in between the two words? Brussels sprouts. It's the same sound. Why would I stop just to make the same sound again?
So it's Craig and Craig. It doesn't stop you from debating it.
No, you said two different things then. You said Craig and Craig.
Do you guys actually walk around the streets of Millardville or wherever and say, hey, Craig? Like
Craig. No, it's just Craig.
Craig. See, I gotta distort my face to even make that sound.
Yeah, I'm distorting my face too, but for a very fucking different reason. You say it like the name Greg, as in Gregory.
Gregory.
Right? Greg.
Right.
Craig.
Greg, Craig.
There you go. See, now we're onto something. Whereas it's Craig, like you would say Greg.
But no one says Greg.
But people say Craig because that's how it's supposed to be said.
I don't know.
I do.
I will not eat the bugs. I will not say aluminium, and Craig are the same fucking word. Look,
all right, you did just say aluminium, right? So suck it for one.
I will not say it in a sentence. That
was a sentence.
Meaning a reference to the metal of natural, not reference to your oddity state sentences. There.
Bit late, isn't it?
No, it was a clarification after the fact. It's fine.
The horse has already bolted. You can't unring that bell. What's done is done.
The barn doors after the cows come home.
Right? You can't teach an old leopard new spots.
And for a couple of people in chat said, what happened to this donation, that donation? Okay, so I reenacted the $3 cat smack, and the $8 cat smack is active again. So there we go. That's good. That's something. Yeah. I don't know. What the hell was it $3 before?
I don't know.
Nothing? When everyone hit... Is that why so many do Churchills were coming up?
Oh, yeah, that could have been it. Yeah.
People were $8 and the closest was $3.50, so it just boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a thing called Scottish People Twitter, right? Because the Scots, they're very, very weird on the internet. They actually type in their accent sometimes. It's fucking insane. It's like reading fucking an Irvine Welsh novel, you know?
Exactly like reading an Irvine Welsh novel.
Well, I mean, it literally is.
Or is it literarily?
Oh, literarily is. Literally is. It's such a tough read, mate. Trainspotting. Fuck it hell. I've never finished it.
Joshua Montgomery, Polly, and Drunken argue needs a square, right?
It's not arguing. I'm correcting him, all right? The man's an academic, and he's still getting schooled.
I'm correcting him. That's the language you use when a dog's in training, when it starts doing so. Oh, well, hold on, let me correct that behavior.
Yeah, just pinch the back of your neck and go, pfft.
Right.
So, on this Scottish People Twitter, look, someone at work is trying to convince me that Barry is short for barreled. Like Harry and Harold.
Yeah, that's funny. What is Barry short for?
It's not. As far as I know. I mean, if only we were on the internet. What is Barry short for?
It could be Barnes.
It
like
says
Lawrence.
he was just born that way.
Larry.
Bartholomew, apparently.
Okay.
So, if you've got a friend called Barry...
I like big... I think
Barreled.
Barreled.
So if you've got a friend called Barry, you could call him Bart.
Look at this delightful donation. It happened the first time and never again. It's only been hit once and it was put up months ago. Look at this thing.
What the fuck, Dad?
See, I'm really glad that happened to him.
I'm saying absolutely. He had it coming in such a big way. His dad's like recording him and thinking, "This is my son. I'm going to send this picture. Like, this is the stress I deal with. People wonder why I drink so much and smoke 2 packs a day and cuss all the time. They don't understand what I deal with at home." And while he's recording him, he's like, he didn't mean to punch him. He didn't intend to. It just happened out of instinct. You know, like, fuck you.
This is like, I raised him from birth. I loved him. I cared for him. I fed him. I put clothes on his back. And this is what he turns into.
Maybe it's not even in the listed donations or something. It's $12.75. Maybe I forgot to put it in, and that's why it's never come up. I added that music in, you know. You couldn't.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It fits though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I went to find the most obnoxious weeb song I could. I actually just asked people on Discord, what's the most obnoxious weeb song you can think of? And I got inundated with possibilities. It was, how the fuck do you people know these things?
Never ask the internet for shit like that, mate.
Right?
He's still getting the replies to this day. Spoofers says it's the best dono. I respectfully disagree. The best dono is the Battle of the Boys for $150. Only been played twice. And it's an absolute banger. Right, let's move on. 3,000-year-old canoe found in Wisconsin's Lake Mendota is the oldest ever found in the Great Lakes region. It's 3,000 years. It's a fucking... I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? It's a bit of history, but also, like... what the fuck? I'm not going to look at that and go, oh, yes, obviously a canoe. Like, it's a fucking driftwood. But I guess that's what canoe is, isn't it? It's driftwood.
They seem to have much less of it in that photo than they do of the previous photo.
It's just close up. It's closer up. It's not bigger. We're just closer to it. And it's in several pieces as well. And they're like, oh, we must preserve this. It's a plank of fucking wood, mate.
Okay, so... Spud 00 Fears... says, you know, it's driftwood is an Asia directorate, tree bark, driftwood across the board. Yeah. How do you know it's 3,000 years old? Well, we radiocarbon dated it. You radiocarbon dated the wood. It's been driftwood for 3,000 years. And it's like, oh, well, no, the planks have been put together. Somebody picked up some driftwood 100 years ago and made a canoe of 3,000-year-old driftwood. You assholes.
Canoes are just driftwood. They're made of wood and they're designed to drift. Just with a person in them.
There's a little artifacting going on. There's some artifice, human involvement.
Yeah. I think they just found a really, really old tree. Or part of one. I think that's what's up here. They're trying to make exciting news out of finding, some
the Michigan
wood in a
Lake Michigan Antiquity Society was in need of some funding, so they did a, AstroTurf news story. Took some bark, got some guys, put on their fucking hip waders, and posed by some bark.
They're really branching out.
Well done.
I'll leave it alone from now on. Right, moving on. Taste of kale makes unborn babies grimace. Research finds this is one of the scariest photos I've ever seen.
What am I looking at?
No, that is an ultrasound of a fetus face.
I don't like the fetus face.
No, I don't like the fetus face. Look, ultrasound.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. You tell Steve Dave, thank you for the $1. I work in a produce department. It's Brussels Drunkle. Don't believe me? Send you a Discord DM, Polly. Hate to be that guy, but Drunkle ain't getting away with Brussels sprouts mispronunciations.
I didn't mispronounce it. It's just the S continues to the other S. I know it's Brussels. It's more than one Brussels. It's the S, the Brussels sprouts. I'm not stopping doing the S sound just so I can do it again in a moment.
You need to learn the pause, sir.
I will not learn the pause. I won't eat the bugs. I won't learn the pause. I won't say Craig.
Grinding the axe. Thank you for the big $18. Very generous. Greatly appreciated. Best dono.
Yeah.
Is that my finest work? I don't know. No, the Golden Otter is. The Golden Otter is. I know it's the big money one, but it's more than that. It was time in and thought put in. And in this case, can actually say that Sinatra had something to do with it, unlike the rest of them. That was originally his idea. At its root, he's like, "Why don't you do the Pokemon card thing?" And I was like, "Wait, hold on." And then it went from there.
I mean, look, a speech from the late Queen is, that's worth the cash. Although, the other, because of course, I've got to do the King's speech for when Chuck has his carnation. But apparently that ain't going to be till next year. So I might have to get on that a little sooner than I thought.
Not sure whatever happened to the super cool astronomical one that you had for big money. That was like the planet that was all like lava-izing and crackling and whatnot. Remember that one?
Yeah, I still have that video saved somewhere.
What was that set at? Was that 1,000?
That was the comma, yeah.
That was the comma. That it looked badass. Like, I mean, it might not be the $1,000 donation, but it should be $750 something, because it looks like, the world is changing. It was because I like space shit, and that looked awesome.
I'll have to find it, see if I can send it something.
Golf City Librarian threw $3 saying, "You forgot that Craig is short for Craigery in America." Yeah, see, Gregory, Craig, Craigery. It's going to be Craigery, not Craigery. I refuse, Golf City Librarian. I will not eat the bugs. I will not live in a pod. I will not subscribe to everything. So, ultrasounds, they've come a long way. It makes all babies like a very, very strange shade of beige. And takes away their fingers for some reason as well. But yeah, that's his little I'm not sure how they did it, right? But apparently carrots made him smile. And kale made them grimace. I guess they're just like waving vegetables by the woman's cooch. Do you know what I mean?
With lies and misrepresentation is how they did it. Ultrasounds don't look like this. Nurse Khaleesi, back us up. You work in a hospital. I've seen ultrasounds. They are black and white. They're staticky. Doctors say, "Oh, well, that's its arm," and you're like, "It is." No, you need to be trained to be able to recognize shit in those images. This is
it's not a Getty baby.
Wrapped in deception. This is Getty Grimace.
It's not Gay Baby. It's the photograph is from FETAP, the Fetal Taste Preferences Study.
Fuck off.
It says it right there.
Oh my god.
This is bullshit.
It probably is. I don't. The baby's just fucking smiling and grimacing, and fucking sat in the womb going, "It's going to be driving some scientists out of their mind." But the photo, no, it's just, it's fucking ultra scientific sonogram or radar.
When you look away for chat for a second and then look back and Pinky saying "cunt flaps" in all caps, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on in chat?"
Cunt flaps is Citizens United negating technology for life and people's safety. It's one of the people in the chat. It stands for cunt flaps.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I didn't. See, you're learning a lot about our audience tonight, aren't you?
Right? Yeah. Fuck, I'm cluing into names left, right, and center. If your name is some kind of cryptonym for someone else, something else, by all means, let me know.
You've learned that Barry is short for barreled. It's been a very name-centric stream so far. But let's move on. Where are we next? Oh, a bit of wedding news. Michigan couple are gifted custom 4-tiered cocktail sausage cake on their wedding day, so that's nice.
Hold on, what?
This is a 4-tiered cocktail sausage cake. And there it is. 4 tiers.
I didn't hear any of that, but there was silence afterwards. And generally you do that when it's like, "Come on, guys, are you not watching the screen?" It's like, "No, actually, I was looking at chat." What happened? I look back. I see a derpy man with his
wife. Yeah.
Derpy wife. Okay. You know, and he's got a sunflower on his lapel, and there's a sunflower on top of the sausage.
And there's one on the knife.
Here. Oh God, there is.
There's a sunflower on the knife.
What does sunflowers and sausage relate? Who made this? What is happening?
It's a wedding.
Clearly, it's a wedding, but why are you? Fuck.
I'm gonna move on for Polly's physical safety, I think.
What website is that from?
That is from mlive.com.
Michigan couple. What is going on in Michigan? We really got to help them clean up their water supply. Look at this.
Hey, but the sunflowers are in bloom.
I mean, they fucking lost it. It reminds me of that fucking... I mean, this is chemical interaction with the brain causing confusion and disorientation in the world. It's like that episode of The Simpsons when Barney, Homer, and Moe are all at Moe's Tavern and they're smoking cigars. I forget what they were celebrating. Homer says something. Barney says, yeah, I agree with Homer, but I disagree with the gremlin growing out of his back. And Moe says, you got to take the plastic wrapper off the cigar first, Barn.
That was because Homer bought stocks in pumpkins and they went up during October. And he said, I'm going to cash out round about January.
Right. This is what happens. And it all resulted in the fact that I had my window open yesterday on a stream, and I smelled delicious barbecue, and then I smelled burning plastic, and we surmised that somebody forgot to take the styrofoam and the wrapping off of the steak. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was my best guess, because I said it smelled like delicious barbecue, then suddenly burning plastic. So.
Oh dear. Well, look, if you were at a wedding and they went, "Do you want a cocktail sausage, Polly?" You'd be like, "Fuck yeah."
I don't want a slice of sausage cake.
I think the knife is ceremonial in this respect.
No, because then it would be like a giant sausage Jenga. Which one do you pull out without collapsing the whole?
You go from the top.
No, there's sunflowers in the way.
Well, don't eat the sunflowers, all right? Sunflowers are for going on.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Doc, for $5, Michigan is causing confusion and delay. Quoted from Sir Polly Topping Hat. Known to his friends as Pollybobs.
Topping Hat. I'm gonna hold on, let me write that or type that in somewhere. That's good.
So yeah, they got gifted a load of sausages. These are Canadian Lakes. Lovely. It started when the bride, Casey Bailey of Howard City, reached out to packaged meat brand Hillshire Farm to explain that she and her fiance Mike were massive fans of the brand's Little Smokies. That doesn't seem right, does it? So yeah, so they got a shit ton of them, and heart disease should follow. Cancer fighting version.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on, because it's the next article. I want to talk about this Ukraine advert up here as well.
I was trying. Jesus, you're right. There is another one. I thought that was my opportunity because I saw you change screens. I'm like, oh, here's the perfect timing right here. See, Sin, I'm torn. Okay, I want to tell you to turn the fucking noise cancellation in Discord the fuck on, because then we won't hear the little coughs and the sniffles and your key tapping. Okay, but then we won't hear the delightful beard scratch when you do the Italian under the chin. What the fuck? So I'm torn. I don't know whether you should turn it on or off. I
have no idea what setting you're even talking about. So
right next to the disconnect button, right off to the immediate left, is a noise suppression button powered by Crisp. We call it the Crispy. If you click on that, it will allow you to turn on noise suppression, and we won't hear the ambient noise of your various cavities exuding mucus.
I think I can be considered noise, so is it just basically going to mute me?
I like how he's talking all that shit. Meanwhile, he has like a super fan running in the background.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Oh,
is that? I thought that was Sinatra.
No. That's. But you only hear it when I'm talking because it cuts it out when I'm not talking. I had no idea you could hear the fan.
Turn the fucking fan off.
Well, you should have told me before now. I could have turned it off. Why didn't you just say something? I would have turned it off. It's not that hot. I just like circulating air.
I just assumed that you were one of the Jaegers from Pacific Rim.
I am aware of the film, but not the reference.
They got big old like turbines in their chests.
Oh. Isn't that just like mech versus mech, but like horrible in CGI and forgettable?
Mech versus kaiju.
They're fighting giant kaiju monsters?
Yeah. It's one of those films that is
sounds
awesome
good.
but terrible at the same time. I love them.
Is there more than one?
Yeah. At one point, they're fighting at the bottom of the ocean, and they set off a nuke, right, which creates a big air bubble, which they're fighting at the bottom of the ocean in a big air bubble because of the fucking nuke going off, and then all the fish start falling down.
Inside the air bubble.
Inside the air bubble.
That sounds awesome.
Dude, it is fucking brilliant. You have to watch it.
So what's the second Pacific Rim called? Like Pacific Rim Redemption? Or like what
it's like Atlantic Rimmers.
I don't want to hear about the East Coast gays. Right?
Well, that would...
The second one's not so good. It's got fucking Charlie Day from His Song Is Sunny is in it as well. Fucking brilliant.
Huh.
I think it might be like something Pacific Atlantic. Go fuck yourself says it's the Atlantic job.
Terrible.
You were only meant to blow their bloody arms off. Right, let's move on. It's into the science news. A cancer-fighting version of herpes shows promise in early human trial. It's replacing one problem with another, I guess, isn't it? But it's easier to cure herpes, the herp.
And now you've moved on to a story with microscopic sunflowers. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's all about the sunflowers today, mate. These are sexy sunflowers that stay with you.
Clearly.
Sexy herpes. Is that what you're saying?
Sexy herpes. Not that herpes simplex bullshit, mate. No, we're talking like foamy discharge herpes. That's right. So, that's good news.
I had no indication the kind of roller coaster ride this stream was going to be when I showed up. None.
Well, I mean, it's not like you didn't have a hand in it, you know.
I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, well, and what a ride it's been as we go into world record territory. Polly, I know he's been fucking phoning me all weekend. What new world records have been set? Well, Polly, I compiled these just for you, mate. All right. First off, we got a daredevil walks nearly 1.4 miles on High Line in France. This shit's a bit fucking insane, mate. And to that, I wholeheartedly say, no thank you. But look, he's in France.
1.4 miles worth of line.
It's quite a lot of line, isn't it? And also, look, he's in France, and he is wearing that fucking sweater that I was talking about.
Is that striped? It just looks like a white shirt.
It is striped. It's French.
Fucking mimes.
Right?
Stick to your invisible boxes, you fucks.
What's really impressive is the line was completely imaginary, and he still walked along it. Mimes have some power, man.
In other words, he's just levitating, right?
He studied for years.
I don't know. We got engineers in chat. Do the maths for us.
Thank you.
A 180-pound human. What would be the bow, the curvature, in a line with 180 pounds imparted at the center of the line? Like, you know, the cables that you will see on bridges. The amount of force that would be required, tension that would be required in said braided metal massive cable to make it straight would be enough force to snap the cable. So they just let them hang. Taut, yeah. Turgid, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes. So what would be how high would you need to put each one of the attached points? Like, are they on mountaintops and then it curves down several fucking clicks all the way to nearly touching the ground when this bastard gets his weight to the center of it? I'm just doubting, like 1.4 miles of line. Who the fuck can run 1.4 miles of line? And where did you get it from? This sounds like millions of dollars in funding just to set a shitty record.
Maybe, he didn't do it all in one go. He had 12 yards worth of cable, and he's like, if I just do this 100 times.
Yeah, so what you're trying to say is that a lot of these world records are just like the Instagram model things. Just take 1,000 pictures. You got to look reasonable in one of them. You know, eventually there'll be success, and that's what he did. He just kept falling and falling until he didn't.
If you're David Rush, who's trying to promote STEM education through breaking world records, then I'd agree with you. But no, this one, even David Rush couldn't do this one. This requires some training, a lot of preparation, and money. And turgidness.
Rigidity.
Yeah,
that's
turgidity.
The actual word.
Is it really? I like that.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm feeling kind of turgid right now, actually. Oh, I want to know what fucking medieval kingdom he's walking towards as well, right? He's like tightrope walking himself right into Game of Thrones times, you know?
He even has like the jester stick. You know what I mean?
I think that is actually a selfie stick, dude.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's
makes
quite
sense.
small
Those
on
are
my
for clowns
screen,
too.
We're all done, Sam.
Very good. Very good. But that's not all I've got for you, Polly. That's not all I've got. As teen puts 22 socks on 1 foot in 30 seconds for the Guinness World Record. See, it's looking a little less impressive now, isn't it? But only slightly. A lot of... I mean, the preparation is still there as well. I mean, you can't just have like 11 pairs of socks and just you just use the left one, then the right one. Because socks are designed for specific feet. You need 22 pairs of socks. Which presumably means someone can race against you using the left foot or the right foot. The preparation is there. The skill, not so much. But what else is there? South African woman breaks record for most chicken feet eaten in 1 minute. Do you know what my record is? None. None. I get to a pub on the weekend and the prawns are there. Stephen Kim prawn, right? And mate, they've been hooking me right up. They gave me the best fucking chicken curry I've ever had the other day, with some fried rice as well. Fucking amazing. Some delicious dim sum. They sent me home with like 6 of those. Oh, amazing, right? And then I get there the other day, and I say, hello, how you doing? And Kim doesn't speak English very well, right? So you go out to Steve, you go, hello, Steve. You go, hello, Mirad. How are you? Right? Oh, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, nice to see you, mate. Yeah. Hello, Kim. She go, okay. How are you today, Kim? Okay. You're looking very nice. Okay. That's all she fucking says. But she does just point to a container of food, go, okay. And I was, brilliant. She opens it up, and it was just chicken feet. And I went, nah, I'm all right. I draw the line at feet. I'll have a wing. And that's effectively a chicken hand. But I won't do feet.
Yeah?
It's fair, isn't it? It's fair. But there you go.
Yeah, I guess.
This woman's very, very happy. She ate 4.26 ounces of chicken feet in 60 seconds. I'm assuming she's just crunching down the bone at this point as well, you know? Or swallowing them whole? I don't fucking know. But that's not all we've got for you, Polly. We also have... What's his name? It's John Cena, who breaks the Make-A-Wish record after granting hundreds of wishes. It's official. He's probably the hardest working man out there. The guy is an absolute superstar. And I've recently watched the Peacemaker series. Has any of you seen that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, right. And on to our titular article. Today's AAA meeting is brought to you by the tagline, great, finally, because you can now buy red paint made from real blood donated by gay men. The government finally listened to us. No more protesting outside of fucking 10 Downing Street. We want paint made of the blood of gay men. Finally, giving the people what we want. Right. I don't want that. If I'm not fucking buying I've never bought painting in my... Actually, I've bought one painting. But it didn't have any fucking bodily fluids in it. And I was happy.
That you know of.
Yeah, you got a point. But I don't want your gay painting made of gay blood. Thank you very much. I don't want straight blood in my painting. I don't want any blood at all. Just to paint a picture of a cow or something, you know? And you know it's going to be one of them wanky paintings as well, you know? Like, what do you think the artist was saying when he painted this? It's always got some message behind it, hasn't it, Polly? The message is never, he needed to paint something because he was running short of cash and had to pay rent this month. No, it's always like, I wanted to draw the line between humanity and technology with gay blood. And you may now consider yourself newsed. Armored Dub threw $3 saying, I hear our favourite drunken uncle, that's you, that is me, likes feet and microwave tea. Neither of those are true. I don't even own a microwave. I have to rent one. There's only one microwave in Britain. We share it all around. Today is Viper's turn. That's why she's not here. She's off eating popcorn. Should we have a game?
Yeah, if we can make it quick.
Oh, I mean, that depends on you, really. Like, how good you are at the game. We ain't got to play a game if you don't want to play a game. I expected more of a reaction. Alright, well, today's game is Who the Tard?
Dang.
The bitter version.
Ooh, I'm a shoo-in.
You're not a shoe. It's the bitter version. No bonus rounds, but there are limes instead of lemons hidden in this particular game. And if you find a line, you miss your next turn. Now the limes. From round 1, there's 1 lime. Round 2, there's 2. Goes all the way up to 5, where there's 5. Followed by a tiebreaker, where there will be 6. That's if we need the tiebreaker anyway. But I'm going to flip my, not even a coin, I'm going to flip my Doctor Who themed eraser, Polydub, Time Lord or blank.
Time Lord.
It is Time Lord. Would you like to go first or second?
Second.
He's going to go second, which means, by process of elimination, Sinatra, you go first as we play Who the Tard? Bitter Edition. Brought to us today by guinea pigs. I don't give a fuck that the Queen died. Give me back my guinea pig awareness week. Right, Sinatra, pick yourself a square, my man.
6.
Number 6 for Sinatra. Sinatra says, Who the Tard?
Rambo.
Can you do
3,
better?
2.
Can you do better than that?
Stallone.
My turn.
And it is indeed Sylvester Stallone. Sinatra says with the first point.
You should only get one answer. This is bullshit. It's shenanigans. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Because it wasn't even Rambo. Like, he was even wrong in that.
No, but Polly, you don't realise what just happened.
What?
By you saying shenanigans, we have now got a line on the bingo card. Everybody's getting laid! Woo!
What?
Shenanigans was one of the squares on the bingo card.
Oh.
And it was the last... Pay attention, Otter!
One.
Fuck!
Okay, I didn't realize it was the last one. Okay, fuck.
On to round 2. And Polly, you get to go first this time.
7?
Oh, shit. Number 7 for Mr. Polly Bob. Polly, who the tard?
Kind of looks like Uncle Phil after he's done some hard time, but not.
Black.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say Communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Akira for 5 says the artist was saying, I really hope I don't get any of this gay blood paint into a cut. Shit, you know, I didn't even think of that. Thank you, Akira. Alright, Sinatra, pick yourself a square.
6.
Number 6 for Sinatra says, Sinatra 6. Sinatra, who the tard? Oh, okay. Polly up.
Looks like, I don't know.
Pick
The
a
guy who
square.
played the. Okay, well, 10.
Number 10 for Polly Dub.
Better not be a lime there.
Or what, mate? Or fucking what? What are you going to do?
Well, I gotta get screwed, that's all.
Piss and moan. Polly Dub, who the tard?
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say Communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Who the tard, Polly?
I have no idea who that is. Sinatra, you know that looks like Vito Spatafor from Sopranos.
It kind of does.
You know what I mean? That's.
It looks like Vito Spatafor and Dankula had a gaby.
I have no idea who that is. None.
Count Dankula?
I was just laughing at Gaby. All right, we'll go one more guess. So maybe you just don't know who it is. Sinatra, pick a square.
13.
Oh, okay. I was expecting you to go 11. But what do I? Why are you going 13? You think his name's going to be down there, like he's holding an autograph or something? Who'd have thought?
No idea.
You don't know. Well, the chat have been saying it is Brian Blessed.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
You don't know who Brian... Really?
Nope.
Does he work for the national parks? That's what it says on his shirt.
Nah, it's just his favourite coat. He's an actor. Gordon's alive! Come on, Brian fuck the lot of you.
He's missing teeth. But he's British,
He's British, yeah.
All right, let me look up this IMDb.
Parasocial Paranoia through $5 saying, is it normal to hear angry British noises coming from inside walls? Here's 300 pennies to the favourite drunken uncle in our hearts. Oh,
he was a voice actor for Tarzan, Star Wars Episode 1.
Or it might be an artery blockage. Thank you very much for the 5. Parasocial Paranoia.
Who was he in Episode 1?
Boss Nass.
Okay.
Literal background character. Flash Gordon, he was in Peppa Pig. Why would you pick a voice actor for this?
Because he has got a booming voice.
Gumball. Yeah, no idea.
Well, on to the next round then, and chat went first. So, Polly, I'm going to let you go first again. Pick yourself a square.
10.
Number 10 for Polydub. Polydub. Who'd have thought? Oh, it doesn't matter. But let's just remove that there. Oh yeah, could be anyone. Sinatra, pick yourself a square.
It's 6.
Number 6 for Sinatra says, Sinatra, who'd have thought?
Is that Michael Jackson?
It is not Michael Jackson. It is not a black man. Polydub, pick a square.
7.
Number 7 for Polydub. Polydub, who'd have thought?
What? Our thumbnail?
What?
The thumbnail for the show just flashed on screen for me.
Oh, so that's good. My window flashed a second. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Is that... Okay, I'm not going to lie. When just 10 was up, I did think Michael Jackson too, Sin. It's fine. And I'm a fan. I admit it. When just 10 was up, I thought, look, I look like Michael Jackson. Lena Headey? I don't know. It's
Lena Headey. It is indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just listening. She's got like that burning stare, which Lena Headey has in spades, right? And it's like,
that's right.
Oh, hell yeah. Cool.
Some people have fuck me eyes. Lena Headey has fuck you eyes.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
I will rip you up. Like, oh man, can you? God, she's just gotta look like a woman that would just things you don't say in polite company. Like she would just oof.
And she wouldn't say them.
We're not in polite company.
Oh, that's true as well. On to round 4, and Sinatra, you get to go first.
7.
Number 7 for Sinatra. Sinatra says, "Who'd have thought?" Oh, okay. Polydub.
8. If you put a lime there, you fuck.
Don't blame me for the square you pick. Polydub. Who'd have thought?
Oh, that's Ava Green.
It is indeed Ava Green.
Because she doesn't have fuck off or
she has fuck
you
me.
eyes. She has all fuck you eyes. Yeah, that's
make love to me eyes.
Oh man,
which
in
Britain means make love to my eyes. Oh, make love to me eyes. On to round 5, and Polly is ahead. Sinatra, you get to go first. Pick a square.
6.
Number 6 for Sinatra. Sinatra says, "Who'd have thought?" I love how committed he is. Polydub, pick a square.
Is that the lazy-eyed guy they got to play the replicant in Blade Runner 2049?
I mean, that's not his full name.
10. I'll go with 10.
Number 10, he goes to the little nose of the guinea pig right there. Polydub, who'd have tired? Ah!
Oh, it's
you're missing a turn, dickhead.
I looked beyond the lime. I looked past the lime. Okay.
Philosophy. Sinatra, pick a square.
1.
Number 1. Okay, going for the corner piece. Trying to miss out on the lime probably. Sinatra, who'd have tired?
Tom Hardy.
It is indeed Thomas Hardy, which brings you up to a draw, which is absolutely fine because we do have a cheeky tiebreaker. Brought to us once more by guinea pigs. Polly, you get to pick first.
11.
11 for Polydub. Now remember, guys, there are 6 limes in this one.
Holy fuck. It's a minefield.
It's a lot of lime. It's a lime field.
A lime field.
Lime field. Jesus Christ.
How did you miss that? Jesus. Polydub, who'd have tired?
Urkel, is that you? Hold on.
I don't know who that is.
So it's a shitty character from a bad sitcom.
Yeah.
Steve Urkel. Gotta have to hurry.
Is that what's his name before he got all wrinkly?
I mean, yeah.
By definition, on a long enough timeline, of course it is. I can't remember the fucker's name. He played Rhodey in the movies in the final.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
His name, 'cause that's not him.
Square.
It looks like him before he got wrinkly.
Can I just guess? Is it Don Cheadle?
You got to pick a square first.
Okay, 15.
15 for Sinatra. Sinatra says, never mind. That's why you have to pick a square before you guess, you see.
Okay, 1.
Hold on. Polydub, pick a square.
1.
Number 1. Okay, Polydub. Who'd have tired? That was
Wesley Snipes.
Is Wesley Snipes?
See? That was strategisms.
Yes!
Yeah, I knew who it was. I was trying to avoid the lime field. And that was just...
That was all right. Well done. I mean, the thing is as well, like, this is probably the most flattering photo of Wesley Snipes as well, because he has aged.
Oh, yeah, he has. Him, black don't crack, that's a lie. Look at Don Cheadle, look at Wesley Snipes, witness the truth.
I think this one's been smoking crack, do you know what I mean? That is our game of Who'd Have Tired, bitter version. The independent adjudicators are in, and the chat has 1 point. Sinatra says with the silver medal with 2 points. But this week's Smarty Pants is Polydub with 3.
Yeah! And how did I do it successfully? Drunken pick 2 women that I find ridiculously hot.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, yeah.
Well, that's how it happened.
I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, but look, fuck it, yeah.
But when you put pictures of women that are like repeatedly appearing in my spank bank, I'm gonna recognize them.
Insomnia dreams are going to be weird tonight, aren't they?
Akira, thank you for the $2. Ava Green has "You're gonna do whatever I want, and then I'm going to do whatever I want to you" eyes. Which I'm okay with.
Yeah. Weirdly okay. Well, shit.
But understandably, though.
Let's have a couple of questions before we get the fuck out of this. And Astra says, what have you got?
I got a video going up on the second channel. Go ahead and check that out.
Hey, the second channel. Which one's that?
Sinatra Says Second.
Sinatra Says Second, guys. Make sure, if you're not subscribed to it already, then subscribe to Sinatra Says Second. Whew. That's very easy for a snake to say, actually. Polly, how was your noir bar this weekend?
First thing I knew,
the NB.
I was the old NB. I was starting the stream. Far was there. Sam was there.
And you were there?
Yeah, right. And I was drinking Rockstar and bourbon. And then we were conversating. And the next thing I knew, Far said, "Why don't we wrap it up? We're almost nearly 4 hours." And I was like, "What?"
Oof.
And we were. I had no idea. So I imagine if I went back into it, it was a long, rambly, drunken, speed-talking mess.
The best kind.
Yeah, I remember laughing. I remember having a good time with it. I remember at one point we were going over the 10 weirdest exoplanets. And we got to one where it was raining glass sideways by Exoplanet Studyer's Reckoning.
That sounds dangerous as fuck.
It just ripped the skin right off you. I mean, the speed of the winds were like 87,000 kilometers an hour or something insane like that. So yeah. But I mean, to me, we were just joking. These fuckers are just making up fictional planets for their fanfics, In any case, we do far worse there with the drunken ridiculousness that we get into than here, because we had that fucking picture of that planet up for, I don't know, half an hour while we were talking about anything but that fucking planet, because we tangentized over and over again.
Yeah.
That was a good time. It was a lot of fun. Go check it out. Yay.
There you go. You heard it here, guys. Go and check out Sinatra's video on Sinatra Says Second, and check out the NB over on the channel known as Polybob. Let's check out the bingo card before we get out of here. Chat did not win the game. Article pulled up and more than 2 minutes of unrelated banter before it's ever addressed. Didn't happen. Weird one. Alcohol talk, not really, but there was awkward dead air. It's probably retarded insomnia. No engines. Chat did get berated technical difficulties, bot invasion. No gun talk. There was no man. No Polly rant either, Polly. Are you okay?
I am. There was nothing particularly angering, just confusing. I mean, I asked you to go back and think over the fucking stream and the stories that you personally selected. It was a psychedelic, strange ride. Not that I didn't have fun, but there was nothing,
Needed more dismemberment.
Nothing worth really super getting into like that.
Yeah. There was nothing.
So it sounds harsher when
I look forward to
Sinatra says
Friday,
it.
basically. I'm sure Sinatra will have a whole bevy of enraging material for me.
Oh, yeah. Sinatra passes gas. I didn't hear it. No one went for a wee. No fucking massive donation. The news goes way over time. I mean, it did, but we also started late. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm a generous soul. Donation play at the same time didn't happen. Polly was not late. Nick of time, but he was not late. Did we say anything racist?
There's a movie with Johnny Depp called Nick of Time, and I've heard it's good, but I've never seen it. I want to go back and check it out. It's about some ticking clock scenario where he's got to do something by a certain time, or a bomb blows up, or his wife dies, or something. So
it's one of the three, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and tick that off anyway, because it probably did happen. The show did go on for 2+ hours, and there was no police or ambulance siren in the background, though I did hear a train on Sinatra's end. But hey, guys, it doesn't matter, because look at this sexy, sexy line here. Everybody's getting laid. It's been a good game of bingo. Mark Smart says, do you recognise the bodies in the headache-inducing water? I do not recognise the bodies in the headache-inducing water. The Sultan says that's BS. I've been schlitzed on this rum and mentioned it a few times. Schlitzed? Schlitzed. I'm not using that. Lamenta Guide says, twitching it up tonight. I wasn't going to, because as I did mention, shit ton of work on at the moment. But yeah, we'll do a bit of Jackbox. We'll play for an hour and a half or something. We'll get something on, because I have been neglecting Twitch in my illness. But that is it then, guys. This show is now over. But if you find yourself with an itch that only a AAA meeting can scratch, the old trippy meats, then don't go shitting on your owner's face just yet. We're going to be back on Wednesday on the Polydub channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm ST and 4:30 Central with news, games, banter that will make you literally die. I am going to be heading over to twitch.tv/drunkleplays for some midding to epic gamage. But if it's way past your bedtime, then thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the generous donations. You're the best goddamn chat online. And don't paint with gay blood. Enough said.
Good night.
Yeah.